Oh, my goodness. Well, hello. How you doing, folks? Good to see you. We're going to play some Magic the Gathering. We're going to have some fun and do some things and stuff. Let's see, what am I on my free-to-play or am I on? Yep, still on my free-to-play account. So let's go ahead and see if we'll reset this today. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're having fun or doing something that you like with somebody you love. Make the most of your day. If you're busy at work and you're going through the doldrums of said job, I'll keep you company. I don't have a problem with that. Let me just add this little message to my main channel there. Maybe we'll get a few more people that are bored, and maybe they'll come over and subscribe to the channel. All right, so we bumped up from 500 gold to 750 gold by resetting this one. Cast 30 blue or black spells. So I was trying to knock out like this treasure to do like some kind of treasure stuff to get that knocked out, but for some reason, blue or black, hold on. But for some reason, I can't seem to get any of my treasure token cards to come up, so I'll have to work on that achievement here in a little bit. Let me see. So blue. Well, let's go Ninja Police. So we're closing in on 500 subscribers, and it really would help if you throw a sub. What's up, G-Swag? In first before all the nerds come in, and a comment for the algorithm. Indeed. Hey, I heard there might be a get-together in October. That's what I'm hearing. So anyway, keep me in the loop. I think you're a little closer to me than most people are, but if I am invited, I might come on over and say hello. That said, hope you're doing well, and Pickle Chris is going to be the star of the show tonight, for the most part. It's going to be a little bit of Sean Porter over on my main channel. But then it's also going to be a wee bit of quite a bit of Chris spinning his tall tales and his lies, as per usual. You know how it is. Try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Elizabeth McClellan, there she is. Hey, lovely people, we still have some family staying, so we're lurking today. Absolutely. You enjoy that family. You never know. Tomorrow's not promised. Tomorrow's never promised. So enjoy it. Enjoy that family. May God bless you and shine upon your face. And yeah, tonight's going to be an interesting show, chat. It's going to be an interesting show indeed. Last night's show I had if you don't know, Rabbit came onto the show. If you haven't seen the whole show, I recommend you check it out. The Rabbit came onto the show last night and gave his testimony. It was pretty powerful. It was hard to listen to. It's hard for a man who, in my opinion, has really nothing to explain to anybody on the internet, trying to explain to people on the internet, aspects of his life. To me, I found that to be it was hard. It was jarring. It was hard to listen to. Mm. And that said, it is what it is, I guess. And why people keep attacking this man, if they claim that he's harmed his woman, well, that'll come out when the detectives do their job. And so I'm sorry for the pain that this might, the last few shows have been causing some folks. But I think these are important topics to discuss and pay attention to. Really, really do. So, yep, gotta call Billy today about it. Thanks for the reminder, and come join us, and I'll make sure to watch tonight. Yeah, I'm telling you, tonight's gonna be a show, G-Swag. Tonight's gonna be a show. Let's see. Let me go here real quick. I kind of want to see how many of these I have. It's supposed to be like a Ninja Kato deck. So let's see. Let's gotta do that. Go ahead and do that. Let's do Go-Go. Let's put a couple of these in. Let's go. Excuse me. All right, let's make a couple changes here. Miss Elizabeth. Let's see what has to say here. Make sure I got it on. Okay. Last night's show was heartbreaking listening to Rabbit. Those nasty a-holes throwing out all those accusations will be dealt with on Judgment Day by the Lord. Indeed. We all stand before the Lord's judgment someday. We all do indeed. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy what's going on in general. All right, let's try this out and see if this works a little bit better. Change up the vibe a little bit. Seemed a little too intense. Yeah, tonight we're gonna be going over West Side accountabilities, covering of Sean Porter, the guy who seems to want to be on everyone's stream, saying the same stuff over and over and over again. And then of course. As always, Christopher Uranus Dick Ryder decided to make his appearance and spout his nonsense and BS. As one often does. As one does. Well, that was a brick. Totally brick that. My thoughts on it are, even if the statements turn out to be true, the way they have portrayed it is unforgivable. Yeah, I think again, and I've said this pretty regularly. I don't know exactly what happened that night. I even talked to Rabbit on the phone last night, and I told him straight to his face. I said, I don't know what happened that night. He's like, yes, you do. The Lord will tell you. And I said, well, yeah, I agree with that. But I said, I don't know what happened that night. So that's why I keep my mouth shut. That's basically the whole statement. If I don't know, I don't talk about it. I try not to anyway. So yeah, it was that wasn't easy. It was not easy at all. That was it was shocking and surprising actually, because I didn't expect it. I didn't expect he was gonna call in. Yeah, here we go. Just these decks, man, are just ridiculous. Yep, and I'm hurting on mana, so I'm screwed. Gotta love the reanimation decks. All right. Well, I'm gonna be playing a video here in the background shortly. I haven't seen Lone Bolt yet. Hopefully he's doing well. He might be sleeping actually. He's driving truck and stuff. All right, and I apologize. I know his voice is hard to listen to. All right, he's back to talking about tariffs again. Sage Outcast. I didn't get to see his whole show, so we got over here and we're gonna listen in.
Matter of fact, we might even want to ask Trump if he has his own list. If he has his own list, maybe that's what we should be asking. I gotta find some water. That's maybe what we should be asking. I do believe that that's an issue. I believe that one of the things I wanted to talk about too was what did I talk this? Trump is. Oh, let me. I'll leave it. Trump is one. I meant to say wrong, but that got clipped off, I guess. But that's fine. So my question for you guys is: do you think Trump has basically won? I mean, he's losing definitely his base at this point. Tariffs has created, chaos within the system and the trade.
Yeah, he's he claims that he's a vegetarian, which is kind of weird because usually vegetarians are really thin. I mean, he must be like recently vegetarian. He claims to be a vegetarian, but I think he's definitely got some. That might explain. He might have a lot of soy in his diet. I don't even know, man. He's he says this. It's the same show every single time. I don't get it. So it's like you think he'd have something different to talk about every now and then. Nope. Let me see. We'll do this.
Trading partners of everybody that we trade with. Japan is kind of losing confidence in us to the fact that they don't want treasury bonds, and their economy is in a struggling situation. So they're not just going to up and move and donate lots of money to I don't know, our countries for manufacturing things like that. He's basically lied about all this $13-15 trillion of investment that's going to come from all these other countries. That's kind of another lie.
Is it kind of?
Well, if you.
But is it kind of another lie, or is it a lie? I mean, it's just the same exact thing over and over and over and over again. Just the same statements over and over and over again. It's like redunculous. I don't understand it.
Do the math and kind of take a look at the actual numbers that those other countries produce. You can kind of see that they can't afford a $15 trillion worth of investment from some of these countries, right? Or even the investment that they say they can. They can't come up with that type of money.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Indonesia, there's a trading thing that he believes that Indonesia pays the tariffs. So he's going to charge Indonesia a 19% tariff that if we want a product, we're going to have to pay here. So that's kind of he still can't process that information. So that's kind of weird. he's basically calling out his own people, saying his own supporters are idiots and morons for believing the Epstein thing. That's kind of weird. So there's that. What do you guys think? I mean, you guys kind of think that maybe Trump is losing? I think he's in decline, to be completely honest. I think he's in decline. One of the reasons I think he's also in decline is now he's going after Jerome Powell. Did you guys see that he's going after Jerome Powell? He wants to fire Jerome Powell, and he can't believe Biden. He can't believe Biden actually got this guy, hired this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you guys see that? Like, if I were to tell you that Donald Trump was starting to say things like he can't believe this trading that somebody actually signed this trade agreement, right? This is the worst trade agreement ever. The worst trade agreement ever with any country. And I can't believe anybody even signed this trade agreement. If I were to tell you that he said that, but he's the one that negotiated it and signed the trade agreement, would you start to say that individual might be kind of starting to lose it? Might be on the breaking point in regards to not remembering things? But what if I told you also that Donald Trump basically said, hey, I can't...
I really don't like the fact that he uses the terminology basically said, hey, he said this, or he basically said that, or he basically... I mean, it's like, dude, what did he say? I mean, there's clips galore about the man. If you got something you want to quote the man at least. Why do they insist on paraphrasing what the man is saying? Why can't they just quote the man? It's been a bastardization over and over and over again of Donald Trump's reputation. Now, I'm not, like I said, I'm not a big fan of Donald Trump, but having had a bunch of smear merchants, a bunch of schmear merchants doing what they do. Yeah, I'm used to it. I'm used to the smear merchants. Whenever this creature dies or whatever, draw a card. Choose one. Okay. All right. Sure.
Believe Biden actually appointed this Powell guy. He's the worst guy ever. I can't believe Biden did this. And then somebody says, well, sir, Biden didn't do that. You appointed him.
I do have plans for the weekend of the 25th. Going to be down in Nashville, Tennessee. So if anyone wants to try to poke me in the eye, up close and personal, that'll be your opportunity. The 25th to the 26th, Patriot Jam. The venue, actual location of the venue will be announced soon. Because, there are certain people that would like to hurt patriotic people, as you know. So I guess they have to keep the venue kind of hush-hush for now. Yeah, so that'll be coming up, and I got plans, and luckily my daughter is pretty close to that area. So I'll be staying with my daughter that whole weekend, and we're going to have a nice little cookout on Sunday. And I'll head back up to Kentucky from Tennessee. It'll be in the Nashville area. Really looking forward to it. It's going to be a good time.
Would that start to make you wonder about that guy? Like, seriously? I mean, I'm just asking you guys, right? And again, you're welcome to call in. I have learned a couple things. So going forward, I have learned a couple things about the show and studying some of the stuff that the analytics and things, how people want. So I stream to the shorts feeds. You'll see a lot of other people stream horizontal. I stream vertical.
Oh, here we go.
So the shorts feeds aren't the same type of people that watch the horizontal. Now, I understand people are like, wait a minute, I watch both. I know you do. But the short style videos are a different targeted audience. Okay, they're a different targeted audience.
Yeah, it's actually artificial numbers, really. At the end of the day, so just even flipping through counts as a view. It's kind of funny. It's kind of interesting. We're going to go here. Let's do that. Okay, and discard a card. Yeah, I'll discard this one. All right, and we're gonna go here. Okay, and then we're gonna go here.
So when people are like, hey, you know, why do you do that? Well, I do that for a couple reasons. One, it feeds more into the people that are watching the show, the scrollers, the doom scrollers, things like that, and that those people aren't normally getting this type of content. But the other thing that I have to realize, and maybe you guys are going to have to realize, so share this with your friends, is that people want entertainment. And people want the energy that I bring rather than me just sitting back and saying, and debating people in that normal debate style. So, which is good because that way I can be me, right? And I enjoy being me. I enjoy being high strung. I enjoy being.
Come on, man.
I enjoy that, those triggering moments when people are like, "Can we have a civil debate?" No, we can't. It's my show. So I can have a back and forth civil debate, but it's still going to be probably energetic, and people are going to be like, "Oh, you're in your feelings." Yeah, I know. That's why you're watching me. So I'm sticking with that style because that's kind of just who I am. It's just who I am. I don't know what to tell you. I talk to myself. It's who I am. But I've got a couple videos for you guys that I want to know. I believe Trump is on the list, and one of my doom callers, which basically didn't go well the last time he called in. Oh, there's my producer. Damn it, we can't talk about him anymore. One of my doom callers that basically called in yesterday and wanted to debate me that thinks he walks all over the top of me, which I love these guys. When they're like, I dog walked you. No, I don't think you did.
He's talking about me.
Well, we know Trump was on the...
Oh, no, it was a different guy. Dang it.
On Jeffrey Epstein's plane. And I even said from California, I'm sorry, from Florida to, I think, New York.
But I actually said, and dude, you're getting dog walked. I dog walked the shit out of you, Sage. You know it. You know it. You know it, Sage.
Like 7 times. He's like, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. I'm like, yes, he did. I'm like, he was friends with Epstein. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Yes, he was. So my point to the Epstein thing was, I believe Trump is on the list. I also believe Trump has a list. And I'll explain why in a minute. But I believe the reason if the list could not come out today because it's too dangerous to bring the list out today, then it was too dangerous to bring the list out before the election. Would you guys agree with that? I think you agree with that, right? I mean, it's pretty much simple to understand. If the list is too dangerous to bring out today and Trump can't put the list out today, then it was too dangerous for that list to come out before the
Yeah, you literally just said that, bro.
Election. And if they would have brought it out before the election, somebody would have said, well, wait a minute, let me see the rest of the list. You can't just show me Trump's name on the list. We want to see the whole list. And there would have been a lot of other people on, if there's a list, there would have been a lot of other people on the list that didn't want that coming out. Okay? According to the I don't know, MAGA QAnon people, this is, there you go. There's your answer. You can't say, well, they can't because if there would have been a list, they would have brought it out and it would have destroyed him. Yeah, but it would have crumbled. Countries would have crumbled, according to some people. So the list was just as dangerous yesterday as it is today, as it was 6 months ago. Like the list I don't understand that logic. So anybody that says that he's not on the list or they would have brought it out, well, then why aren't they bringing it out now if he's not on the list? Because it's too dangerous to bring out now. Okay, so it wasn't dangerous to bring out before? Well, yeah, it was. Well, then I don't understand. You're not making any sense, right? You're not making any sense. So, yes, I believe he's on the list. And your argument that basically says, hey, that argument doesn't work. Okay. So I also, I think it was General Specific came on. He came backstage. You guys didn't. He comes in through the StreamYard. And he came on and basically started to go into violence, right? Oh, it's violence. There's more violence on the left. And there is violence on the left, but there's violence on the right and the left, right? So every time I would just say, well, what about January 6th? Was that, well, and then it goes into who died. So when you move the goalpost from violent to death, well, I didn't know you can be violent without death, right? People don't have to die for there to be violence.
Okay, then which is which would be worse, to get punched in the mouth or to get shot in the head? Muppet.
We can all agree on that, I hope. But
Moving
when
the
people talk
goalpost.
about that situation,
Sage is moving goalposts and smuggling in little hidden things there.
I'm
Not good,
and they
bro.
want to say who died, I'm
Not
going to
good,
say,
bro.
well, Ashley Babbitt died, and why did she die? And if then we're going to die.
And don't forget about the lady that died down below too. Everyone forgets about her. I don't know her name, but she definitely got basically crushed to death because they log jammed everyone and then tear gassed them.
Dive into why she died, and she died because of she was radicalized. She was I think Air Force veteran that was radicalized by the extreme right to believe that the election was fraudulently taken.
Cool story,
and
bro.
they were there to save the election, stop the certification of the votes, and prevent this from happening. Through violence, they stormed through windows, broke windows. Right before she went through that window, they were using helmets and flagpoles to smash the windows open of doors that were barricaded with law enforcement technically on both sides. Once the window was smashed out by a person's helmet, because I covered this for 6 hours, after instructions from a law enforcement officer with a gun pointed at her saying, don't come through here, she jumped through the window. She was the first through the window. The job of the law enforcement officers was to protect the people on the other side of that door room. He shot. Why didn't he arrest her? Why didn't he handcuff her? Because you know nothing about.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, Sage, because what the part you're leaving out, the fact that there were literally 5 or 6 cops on the other side of that glass, and they weren't acting at all whatsoever. So this whole staged event that I don't even believe that she died, honestly. I'm sorry, I just don't believe it. I believe the whole thing was kabuki. I think the whole thing was a frickin' Fed operation from start to finish. I'm pretty sure Ashley Babbitt is likely a frickin' Mossad agent who works on your side, Sage. That's my tinfoil hat conspiracy theory. I don't believe it. I think it's nonsense. It was all kabuki. It was all narrative, Sage. And they got the narrative they want because a Muppet like you can't stop fucking talking about how bad an insurrection was that had absolutely no weapons, no takeover, no military. An insurrection is military taking over a government.
About law enforcement. So law enforcement, if you're going to throw cuffs on somebody, you are.
Whether it's militants, whether it's militia, but it involves a violent coup, a violent hostile takeover with weapons.
You are now have to maintain control of that person. You can't just leave them there. You can't just handcuff them to a railing and run away, because if something happens, they have a panic attack, a stroke, a seizure, or anything like that, you're now responsible for that person. So if he would have handcuffed her, he would have had to stay with her, leaving other people to be able to run down the hallway and basically go after other people in there. And that's law enforcement. Also, the amount of time it could take to handcuff somebody, trust me, I've done this or tried to do this. We train for this. It's very difficult to handcuff somebody who does not want to be handcuffed. Doesn't matter what size they are. If they're laying on their hands,
Good to see you.
and they cuff their hands together and they're laying on their stomach, for me to be able to get their hands behind their back is a very difficult process, which takes time, which would allow a lot more people to come through that door, which could have ended up that cop being basically attacked, maybe his weapon taken. Lots of decisions going on at that moment in time, right? So these are the things that if you're going to bring these topics up, I'm going to make sure that you understand the full context of the story. And Genuine Pacific does not. He does not understand the full context of the story.
Wow, dude. I just actually educated you, and you left out a massive amount. Dude, we'll debate fucking J6, you fucking retard. We'll fucking debate J6 anytime you fucking want to, dude. I was literally doing a live review of Periscope videos of it, pointing out all the freaking Fed operatives Pied Piping people in. They had megaphones and hats, and they were getting people in. What about the videos of the cops opening up the doors, telling people to come in, just stay inside the roped-in area, all the meemaws and the grandpas. Meanwhile, on the other side of the freaking the building, the Capitol building, on the other side of the building, there was all kinds of violence going on for the cameras. On the other side of the building, it was peaceful people that there was a permitted protest. They had permission to be on the grounds. They had a whole giant stage set up for people to talk there. People were going to the Capitol building to listen to these Stop the Steal Riris to talk, who never even showed up, mind you. It's kind of weird. Doesn't anyone else think the Stop the Steal people not showing up to that event is a little weird? They're all in on it, folks. They're all in on it. And guess who gets to be the foil? The American taxpayer. The hardworking, I love my country American taxpayer was absolutely tricked and deceived. I mean, I know these are redundant words, but I can't say it enough. We were deceived on January 6th. We were suckered into it. We were told to let our voices be heard and all this other stuff, and it was important that we needed to fight like hell. We needed to fight or we wouldn't have a country left to fight for. It was meant to be an insurrection, and it never actually was. That's the problem with the right, apparently. We believe too much in law and order and decency and civility. Yeah, what about all the reports? What about all the reports and the actual eyewitness video testimony of patriotic people with MAGA hats going to the cops who were sitting in an alcove, like 15 or 20 of them, not doing a damn thing, while the frickin' Antifa wearing MAGA hats were getting yanked by these patriots, pulled away from the windows, and they were trying to smash it. And they're saying, what are you doing? This is our building. You're not with us. Just because you wear a red hat with a red trucker hat with white letters on it doesn't make you MAGA. It doesn't make you a patriot. It doesn't mean you love your country, and it certainly doesn't make you a Trump supporter. It makes you somebody that's probably infiltrated and is committing crimes with the trappings of a uniform that they can just put on and take off whenever they want. And that's exactly what they did as they were being bussed in. Sage, you are low information, sub 70 fucking IQ. Scan your fucking lane. You're the fattest fucking vegan I've ever seen in my entire life, dude. You're an absolute restart. You're 100% restarted. You're 100% restarted, Sage. You're bad faith, Sage. And you're probably getting a check from George Soros.
He only understands the glimpses, the short terms. So I want to play a video for you guys. That
story of Trump.
That was on TikTok.
Mm.
Okay? This is on TikTok. Now, we're going to play and you
bastion
tell
of
me
truth.
If maybe the list that we're looking for is the wrong list. This is not the list you are looking for. Let us take a look.
Model management. Reason number 2, Donald Trump is definitely on the list. Let's get this out of the way. Everything here is fully sourced, documented, and supported by multiple news outlets, witnesses, and victims.
You know, the irony of it is I'm not even a Trump fan, dude. I mean, the irony of it is I'm right here. I'm an independent. I'm looking around going, they're all corrupt. That's the irony of it. But anyone who disagrees with Sage is a quote unquote MAGA. And the way he calls people MAGA is an insult. It's like a slur. It's an M slur.
On the record.
Okay, everything has been documented. This is all documented.
Ooh, nice.
Nobody's basically saying this isn't true.
That sounds great.
This has been documented by court, and under oath, by news. This is documentation. Okay.
In 1999,
Okay.
after witnessing firsthand the access John Casablancas had to young girls, Trump and a certain New York financier each separately opened their very own modeling agencies.
So Trump and Epstein both went and saw how this other guy opened up a model agency for young girls and women. And
is that what we just heard him say, Sage? Thank you for explaining to us, the midwits in the crowd. Thank you so much, Sage, for white splaining, lib splaining. Thank you so much, Sage, for we didn't understand the words that the AI voice was saying to us.
And they both said, that's a brilliant idea. So Trump and Epstein, same time, opened up their own modeling agencies.
Donnie targeted young foreign models, some as young as 14, promising
some became his wives.
Stardom, then flew them to New York on fraudulent visas. A favorite trick of Donnie's, even as he now throws others in detention camps for doing the exact same thing. The girls were packed 6 to a room in bunk beds inside a grimy downtown apartment. Trump charged them $1,600 a month for their bunk, plus fees, management, boarding, admin, and limousine fees for rides they never asked for, but were told they had.
Thank you, Miss Elizabeth.
One model Alexia Palmer, brought over as a minor, earned just $3,800 over 3 years. Another, Rachel Blay, called the experience modern-day slavery. But worse still, Trump would send these women to business dinners with powerful older men. The girls were given liquor and encouraged to
Weird, right? Weird, right?
flirt in order to keep their jobs. These weren't fashion insiders, just wealthy men that Donnie knew who were 2 to 3 times their age. Let's review. Donnie recruited vulnerable underage girls, isolated them from their families, coached them to lie on visas, crammed them into bunk rooms, charged them so much that some actually ended up owing Donnie money, and then sent them off to entertain rich older men. Sound familiar?
It sounds weird, right? It sounds weird. I would think that would sound weird. But he's not on the list. He doesn't do that stuff. He's a good guy.
The insane story of Lil Donnie's deposition in the
So where are the okay, so he's going to provide evidence, right?
Oh, when the E. Jean Carroll, you understand that one of the worst witnesses against Trump was Trump. Okay.
Carroll case. Reason number 3 that Donnie is on the list. In the early 90s, Donnie assaulted E. Jean Carroll in the Bergdorf Goodman dressing room.
Yes.
This has been legally adjudicated twice. It is, in the eyes of the law and reality for that matter, an established fact. In 2023, his deposition in this case was unsealed, and in it were some truly, truly insane statements from a man who sees women as usable objects.
Yes.
He couldn't remember the
Now remember, this is the distribution. Ha ha.
Deposition.
What's the word?
Holy crap, dude. This guy's sub 70 IQ, man. This is Izzy Imig right here all over again. I can't believe I actually thought we were having good conversations.
Any of his marriages.
Thank you for the
He couldn't
description.
identify his own wife in a photo. He told the
If you guys could do me a favor, hit the like button, share this out, subscribe to the channel, find your friends, find your buddies, find your ones, find your love.
This is ridiculous. This is the 3rd game in a row where I have not had mana. I've not gotten over more than 3 mana. Right here, I'm stuck at 2 mana. This is pretty ridiculous, man.
Ones. And basically,
What
hey,
the absolute
don't bait this
F?
guy. He's a dum-dum. You'll be able to tear him apart. You'll be able to teach him a lesson. You'll be able to bring him over to Mega. You're going to make him Mega.
lawyer questioning him that she wouldn't be his choice to have sex with under any circumstances.
Got it.
It was truly unhinged.
I would never have sex with that woman. She's not my type. She's not my choice under any circumstance. Then they show him a picture. Can you tell me who this woman is right here? That's my wife. No, that's the one. That's no. Wrong. That's Carol right there. That's the one you said you would never have sex with. That's not your wife. Oh, that's not my wife? No.
But the worst and most damning statement over his own lawyer.
The worst and most damning statement is deprivation, whatever. Who cares?
Wow. Wow.
My producer's wandering around here someplace, not correcting my grammar. He's fired. You're fired. The worst statement.
Deposition. And it's generally specific, not general Pacific.
Against his lawyer's statement.
His objections, he said, out loud with full conviction,
I
that
agree.
he believes E. Jean Carroll found his sexual assault to be something she loved and found sexy. Leaving aside that this is an admission that he did assault her against her will, it's just an insane claim to make.
So the next time somebody tells you, oh, the fake trial from New York, because that was done with the bad judge and the bad jury.
Dude, somebody needs to tell this dude's wife that, well, her husband likely has a boyfriend. Somebody needs to tell this dude's wife that her husband has a boyfriend. That's my guess. That would be my guess.
Fortunately, with the bad client, that against his lawyer basically said, hey, how did I get up here last time? Does anybody remember? Basically said, hey, she actually liked it. That's who I want you to believe. So if you don't believe anybody at all, believe Donald Trump. Believe Donald Trump.
He truly believes that none of
Deposition, Sage.
What is it?
Deposition.
Deposition. About goddamn time you got here.
his rapes
What did God do to you, bro? How is God to blame for any of this? How is any of this God's fault? What did God do to deserve that ire? You secularist, godless heathen. Asking for a friend. This is ridiculous. I've lost 4 games in a row because I couldn't get over 4 mana in time. This is absolutely ridiculous. Look at I've gone from I've gone from diamond 1 all the way now to diamond. Wow, this is I was just almost diamond 1. This is frustrating, dude. I don't know. I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand what's going on with this deck here. I don't. It's a little confusing to me. All right. So we'll go down to one of those, I guess. I don't even know. One of those. Let's try this.
are rapes. That
Yeah.
every single woman he's ever forced himself
Yes.
on wanted it. That is why he is, without a doubt, definitely on the list.
Thank you so much for the description.
The insane story of Lil Donnie's deposition.
Okay. So that's one of the other topics I thought was pretty interesting. There's no way he's on the list. He's on the list. And if your argument
Maybe.
was
Yeah.
because
McClellan.
it's all because why didn't they bring the list out before if he was on the list?
What the
It's
F,
the same
dude?
reason, I'm going to tell you it's the same reason they're not bringing it out now. Same reason they're not bringing it out now. If there is a list. Not, do I know there's a list? I don't know there's a list. But Maggot thinks there's a list. Hey, do you guys think we should charge?
So now this guy's trying to pretend that there isn't an Epstein list? That there isn't a client list? Are you seriously? Now wow, dude.
This is another topic I thought. Do you guys think we should charge should we
Another
tax the
topic?
rich, Justin? Do you think we should tax the rich?
Again, why don't you just hold up your Eat the Rich frickin' your little cardboard sign with your penned Eat the Rich? I mean, this guy is such a frickin' fuck this dude, man. Sage, you're a shitbag human being, in my opinion, bro. And your wife is probably really disappointed. Wow,
Like,
it's
when
just
do you
bad.
think when do you think our richest time in America was? You guys remember when we went back and we said, "Hey, look. These immigrants, it's because of these immigrants is why we're all poor."
So he goes from talking like a fair to talking like a redneck, and he thinks that that's slamming on like patriotic people. So you change, you modulate, so you show the capacity to not talk like an F slur, but then you do it in a mocking way, as if you're saying it as if people who talk like that are dumb or something. Like I'm just sitting here trying to figure out, like, what is this guy doing at the end of the day? Like, what is this about?
They're the ones running down the wages. It's because of the immigrants. And we were so rich in the 1950s. In the 1950s, the
What's up,
woman
Lone
could
Bolt?
stay home, have
Good to see
72
you.
kids. That might be an
Yeah, I think any grace that I had given this guy at any point in time is pretty much, he's just like, yeah. Listen, I'm just gonna review his show because it's freaking hilarious. He's exactly an encapsulation of what's wrong with the left.
exaggeration. That might be an exaggeration. They could have multiple kids. Hang on. I'm turning the phones on now. Phones are on. All right, phones are on. I just wanted to get through that last video. Sorry about that. Phones are on now, though. We could have, 4 kids. The woman could stay at home, and that can't happen now, even though Justin does that. Either way, well, he doesn't have 72 kids. Either way, yeah, but he's got like 12, right? How many kids do you have? 14? 27? Like, I don't know. He's got like a football team.
4.
4 kids. Right. You could stay at home, one
Single
income.
digit.
Yeah, that's true. One income, and then basically, you could survive and everything else, and that's the way. Those were the best days. And we want. Okay, good. Hang on. I'll get it.
Aw, that's awesome. Miss Elizabeth
Take
is
down
a
the tax show. How can I help you?
Miss Elizabeth is Lone and Mr. Elizabeth, Mrs. Elizabeth are very ardent supporters of the show, and we are absolutely grateful to have you guys. Big time supporters of the show. Do appreciate it. It's good to see the two of you get to say hi to each other.
Is this the live stream?
Yeah. Can you turn off your
Yeah, so I
YouTube?
support Trump.
Can-
He's gonna like kick all the people,
Can you turn off your YouTube?
It's turned off.
No, it
Well,
isn't.
then there's an echo.
Oh, okay, sorry. So, you support Trump, right?
No.
No, you don't.
No,
Who
I
you
don't.
support?
I supported Harris. I voted for Harris. Oh my God, this
So
echo.
why you saying it's not on the list?
Is there any way you can fix your echo? Are you on headphones or something?
I'm on the phone. There's no YouTube playing.
I understand, but there's an echo from your phone.
Now, is it good?
I don't know. Test. Yeah, we're a little better. Okay, what's your question?
Yeah, I asked, like, if you support Harris, why are you saying Trump is not on the list?
What, am I saying why he is on the list? Wait a minute, what's the question?
No, you said he's not on the list.
He is on. I believe he is on the list.
So why he's publicizing it?
Wait, why do you now you saying he is on the list, but a minute ago you said you don't think there is a list. I'm absolutely shocked and surprised by this turn of events, chat. Wait a minute. I thought you said there wasn't a list. Yeah, I agree, Elizabeth. He's constantly amending and restating and re-amending and restating. The guy's bad faith. It's
Which he's on the list.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you said. You're really muffled.
So he wanted the list to get public. Why should he be on the list if he's publicizing it?
He's not publicizing the list.
They're gonna do it like in a baby steps, like one like file per month, like
No,
for 2 years.
He said that there is no list.
he's getting trolled, I think, right now.
Oh yeah, so yeah, he said there is list, there is not. So he's liar.
Who's a liar?
Trump.
Trump said there is no list. And all of you people who believe there's a list are stupid.
Okay, but all I want to do for Trump is to kick all the niggers.
Oh, is that what you're looking for?
I knew he was a troll.
Okay. Well then, let me tell you. If that's all you wanted, then maybe you should play the lottery. Hang on. And if I was going to play the lottery, I would play the following numbers at the lottery. Okay? These are lottery numbers for whatever state you're in. And these are my favorite lottery numbers. It would be 370 685.
He's doxing this dude's phone number. He's actually doxing this dude's phone number because he said the N-word. He's literally doxing this guy's number live on air. How is he not getting reported for this? Like, how that ain't legal. Really? Dude?
Five
Wow.
would be my next three favorite numbers. And then my last four are 65.99. Those are my favorite numbers.
You know the sad part is, Sage, he probably was spoofing some other poor innocent person's number. And now because you're such an idiot Muppet doxer, which is against TOS, Sage. You just broke TOS, Sage. Sage, you just broke TOS. Sage. Now, perhaps some innocent person, some old elderly lady is going to be getting harassing phone calls now because this frickin' Muppet, what a disgusting pig, dude. I'm glad I didn't use my phone to call into this idiot. This should be a lesson anyone calls into this cocksucker's fucking show in the future.
Numbers. My favorite numbers are 370 in a row.
Wow, what a piece of
and
shit.
then 685 in a row. And then 6599 are my. If I were going to play the lottery, those
You're
would
suffering succotash.
be the lottery numbers. Any other callers? Okay, so do you believe we should tax the rich? You wrote those numbers down. Good. Make sure if you go to play those those lottery numbers, those are the ones to play. All right. Let me see about we can kind of push back against the old good 1950s, 60s, and 70s when we could all work from home, and maybe we can see if it.
Yeah, he's 100% a class act, dude. 100% a class
was
act.
the immigrants, or it could have been something.
The immigrants. Listen, Linda.
Hard, actually, up to 94%. And no, it didn't kill the economy. It literally saved it. So why doesn't anyone talk about that?
So we tax the rich 94%.
Because billionaires don't want you to know that it actually worked. Every time you talk about taxing the rich, there's always the people that say the same thing. That's not fair. They'll just leave. They earned it. This won't fix anything. It'll just hurt jobs. But the truth is, we've already tested this. We taxed the rich hard, and it built the most prosperous era in U.S. history. Here's exactly what happened. In the 1940s,
yeah, exactly.
Franklin D. Roosevelt raised the top federal income tax to 94%.
All right, thank you for your thing. Thank you for your subscription, everybody. And if you guys would do me a favor, hit the like button, share this out, find your mega friends, family members, brothers, sisters, girlfriends, boyfriends, send them my way. Have them debate me. Have them basically say, hey,
yeah, send all your boyfriends my way. Have them call into Fade's Outcast. I've got questions, and the first thing I questioned is my sexuality.
You should talk to this guy, man. He's willing to listen. You can probably convert him to MAGA, and you'd be saving the nation. So we taxed him to 94%.
Yes, I know that number sounds.
I agree, Lone.
That didn't mean that people were losing 94% of the income that they had earned. That's called a marginal tax rate, and it only applied to income above a certain threshold. In 1944, the 94% tax rate only applied to income above the $200,000 income threshold. So essentially like making, I don't know, $3.5 million today.
So basically what we did is we said, hey, if you made more than 3.5 million, 200,000 back then, 3.5 million, and you could say 5 million. Let's say 5 million. Now that's profit. That's profit. Profit. If you make more than 5 million profit, we're going to tax that 94%. Let's just say 90%. That makes my life simpler. So we're going to tax $5 million, 90%. And we did this in the 50s, well, technically 40s. 40s, 50s, 60 area.
That means that you would pay
70?
the normal rate on the first couple million.
So you pay a normal rate on the first couple million.
And only the income above that would be taxed at this 94%. And I feel like that's the part that nobody ever really explains. And the billionaires count on that confusion to protect themselves. So what did this money pay for? It paid for the New Deal, including Social Security. It paid for massive public jobs programs during the Great Depression. It paid for all of World War II. It paid for the GI Bill, which sent 8 million veterans to college. It paid for the interstate highway system. It paid for the original versions of Medicare and Medicaid. It paid for public universities, hospitals, housing, and scientific research. And one-income households could actually afford a house, a car, and a vacation. And
that's weird, but how did it pay for all that? How did that happen? Well, business owners.
Eat the rich.
Like I'm a business owner, and what some of us business owners know is we have write-offs, tax write-offs. So if I were to buy this controller, because I'm monetized here, barely, because I do slave labor, because people like Jesse won't donate. Just kidding. This right here, I buy this controller, and it's $100. I can write this controller off because I use it on the show, and I use it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I appreciate that, Miss Elizabeth. I'm glad. If I can put a smile on your face, man, it's awesome. I mean, it's these people are clowns, man. I mean, I'm even being nice to these people. It's just they're clowns, man. I mean, I act like a clown. It's a persona that I do. Whether it's cameras are on, cameras are off. It's always been in my motto to try to perform to make people laugh. Right? I'm a clown. I understand I'm a clown. I don't pretend to be some super serious, elitist, erudite person casting my aspersions upon the peasantry from my ivory tower. I'm a clown. I want to, what's up, Nero? I want to make people laugh. I want to perform for people. I don't mind it. I rather enjoy it, actually. But some people that take themselves so seriously, they really legitimately think that they're doing the world a favor. Nero says, what do you say? Let me look at it here. 90% of our income taxed. How do you feel to be so successful that the government is literally going to throw you back into the sewer? Yeah, exactly. It's such a ridiculous premise. MBK, good to see you, man. MBK, you're gonna want to tune into tonight's show. It's gonna be an interesting one. I'm gonna be able to get to the video that I wasn't able to get to before last night. But man, what a heavy show last night. If you didn't get to watch it last night, the Rabbit came onto the show. It was hard, bro. It was hard. It was hard to listen to. He came on and said some things that he felt like he needed to say, and it was hard to listen to. I'm not gonna lie. It was really, really hard. It was a hard process for me. Let's see. Andrew Wilson just called in to Pickles show call-in show, and Pickles ended up hanging up on who the hell is Pickles? Who's Pickles? Just watch it. Sad for him. Yeah, it's hard, bro. It's hard to. It's a hard one to watch, man. It's a hard one to watch. Space Miner said, "Morning, y'all. Checking in. Good to see you, Space Miner. Hope you're doing well." Elizabeth says, "At my brother's keeper. Always great to see you, buddy." Yep, absolutely.
When I play my game, when I unalive myself because I can't get past this section of the game, this is a tax write-off, so I don't pay taxes on this. So if I invest or I hire a producer, I'm currently hiring a producer and paying him extremely.
Nearest, yeah, I know you haven't been watching my main channel, so I'm probably missing something. Yeah, we've been talking about basically the Rabbit and Lion One. You probably remember Lion One from the Bible studies. She used to come into the Bible studies quite often. And so apparently my understanding is Lion One made a final choice for a temporary problem, if you know what I mean. She unalived herself. But there's a whole big hate Rabbit, hate GS, hate JJ community that are basically trying to say that there's all kinds of illicit crimes going on in North Carolina, meth and all kinds of, and gun running. And I mean, it's insane right now, the stuff that Chris Ryder is coming up with. And they're basically, and this Sean Porter character is basically saying that, that Rabbit did something nefarious to Lion, to his own wife. I don't know the truth of any of it. I wasn't there. So my opinion is only nothing. It would be speculation. So I keep it to myself when it comes to matters this serious. And I'm being accused of covering up stuff and being part of it. And I mean, it's insane, dude. They said Chris Ryder said that I was up in North Carolina 3 days after her death, and that when I came back to Kentucky, I was up for 7 days straight streaming. And I'm like, what? I've only been to North Carolina once, and that was right after the hurricane. And I think in November or late October, early November. I can't even remember exactly when it was. Oh, good grief. That's terrible. Loss of life, especially that. That's never a good thing. Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. So anyway, so I'm reviewing other channels that are basically slandering, libeling, making these accusations. Again, I don't know the truth of it. I've even told Rabbit I'm not going to be definitive one way or another. I'm gonna let the investigators do the investigating. I'm not judge, jury, and executioner. God saw everything, and people will be judged for their choices. You one of those cover-ups? Yeah, cover-uppers. Yeah, apparently I'm one of those. Apparently that, and I'm also like a cop or an informant or something to a cop. That, I mean, they're claiming all this crazy stuff, dude. And what they're doing now is they're doing like a giant campaign to try to tarnish my name all over the communities, which is hilarious because the 1A community is for the most part is mad at me, except for I Am Free and Inland Auditing Media. The 1A community is mad at me because I criticize the 1A community. The lens lickers, bootlickers, and both sides are like, well, you're not extreme enough. You're not against these people enough. So therefore, because you're not against these people enough, then you're the enemy. So I'm over in the middle, just trying to be objective, and I'm getting accused of being the enemy on every side, which is fine. I'm not, if God be for me, who can stand against me? No weapon formed against me shall prosper. That's all there is to it at the end of the day. GS Ryder also said he thought you were running a huge drug ring. I think he said it was JJ or I was part of it or something like that. And he said something about that's mafia behavior. So I guess I'm part of the mafia now or something. Yeah, make sure you're recording all that stuff. Actually, I think I need to go through my. I got a 4 terabyte drive that's full of stuff now, which I'm likely just going to get rid of most of it. They are having 1A They are a 1A community, but actually ain't. They say they are a 1A community, but they ain't. Yeah, no. I mean, what happened to innocent until proven guilty? And they're over here trying to destroy the rabbit in the court of public opinion. It's absolutely disgusting what they're doing. Absolutely disgusting. We got a spam risk. Hold on. Anthony's Pizza. Can I take your order? Okay, damn it. I can't. It looks like YouTube is updating chat. Let's go ahead and mulligan that. Man, they won't even let you like say anything anymore. Mafia, drug running, cover up, cop, informant, quite a legend. Yes, exactly, Space Miner. That's why my new name is going to be I Am Legend. They're making my legend grow. Yeah, Anthony's Pizza. Yeah. It works every time except for that time. It just automatically had like some kind of a message. So I have no idea what it was. So, all right, let me reopen YouTube here. What do we got here? Let's go ahead and put that in. It's just crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh, I mean, the lore is insane, guys. The lore is absolutely insane. All right, let me make sure I'm in all messages. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button on the way in. We got 6 people in the channel, only 4 likes. It really does help out the show. My Brother's Keeper says, makes you wonder if his lawyer has got bad news, so is trying to stir the pot before he meets Bubba. Yeah, I mean, I really think at the end of the day, listen, man, I'm just trying to live the best life I can. My revenge on Chris Ryder is going to be to just be happy. My revenge on Chris Ryder is to wake up next to the same woman that I've been with for like almost 35 years now. My revenge on Chris Ryder is going to be to live a life worth living, my friends. That's what my revenge is going to be on Chris Ryder. The fact that he will be behind bars, his freedom will be taken from him, and he deserves it. And that is eventually what is going to happen to that man. And I really don't think it could happen to a better person. I don't think it could happen to a more deserving person. Yes, I think they confuse your Schedule 1 gaming character to be your actual person. Oh, that. Oh my goodness. I got to get back to that, don't I? I think I do. Chat. I think I might have to get back to the Schedule 1. What am I going to rename it? I'm going to rename it what should I rename it, chat? GS and JJ's Syndicate Crime Ring. Emporium, Drug Emporium. I don't know. It's crazy, dude. I mean, it's like I should name my organization Chris Ryder's Vivid Imagination. I think that's what I should probably name it. Probably what I should name it.
High wages. He's presently being overpaid, but it's all overtime pay, so he doesn't have to pay tax on any of his overtime pay, so that's even better. That would be a tax write-off, right? Now that person doesn't really exist, and I'm just, thank God he's not in the truck.
All of that? Yeah, all of that happened when the richest of America...
Are you serious? Trump's about to pardon Maxwell? That wouldn't surprise me, bro. That actually would not surprise me at this point in time. It actually would not surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. Damn it.
Americans were paying between 82 and 94% on their highest income. And
on their profits. On their profits. Now, again, I can buy a car and I can call it a company
Ryder's
car.
delusional story time.
That would be a tax write-off.
And guess what? The economy fucking boomed. And
What?
came
The economy boomed.
in the 1980s. Reagan slashed the top tax rate from 70% down to 20%. And what happened? Wages stopped growing, middle class started shrinking, the CEO pay exploded, billionaires hoarded record wealth.
Well, the prosecutor was Comey's daughter, wasn't it? If I'm not mistaken. Pimp My Rider. pimped my rider. Yeah, I should do pimped my rider. That's hilarious, Nero. Don't let me forget that one. Pimped my rider. Oh my goodness. Oh, what do I got to do with that, chat? Don't I have to do something with that? I feel like I got to do something with that. I feel like that would be hilarious. Oh, I could do pimp my rider, and you know how like the Cars cartoon. You know how the Cars has a face. I could do the truck, but with Ryder's face on the grill. Oh, that would be funny. Don't let me forget that. Oh, don't let me forget that. That would be brilliant. Brilliant. All right, let me try this.
Why would I do that? So why would I need to? Well, if I can now you're not going to tax me and you're not going to take my money, there's no incentive for me to use that money as a tax write-off. There's no incentive for me to use that money to basically give more money to my people. There's no incentive for that. There's an incentive when somebody says, if you don't use this money, we will tax you on it.
And income inequality has skyrocketed ever since. So no, this is not some coincidence. The second we stopped taxing the rich, everything started falling apart for the working people. So
weird.
Let's shut down the excuses one
yes.
by one. But that's not fair. You know what's not fair? Is billionaires using things like public roads, public schools, courts, police,
tramp stamp,
and workers, and then hiding their wealth in offshore accounts and shell companies, you know, to avoid paying taxes. They didn't get rich alone. They used a
instead of a horny like
to get to where they were. But they'll leave the country. Nope, try again. The U.S. taxes worldwide income. So even if they do move, they will still owe money.
Yes, because if you move and you're still a U.S. citizen, guess what? You still pay taxes here. Because you're still a U.S. citizen. You still have to pay taxes here. Right? Weird, right? It's weird stuff.
And when France passed a wealth tax,
and that's also weird too, because they're not going to move. Why would they move? If we raise taxes, why would they move? Tariffs would force them to stay here, right? Isn't that what Donald Trump said? I think so.
More than 1% of rich people actually left. Because be so fucking for real right now. Do you really think that these billionaires are going to be giving up their Manhattan condos and their media empires over a 2% wealth tax? Let's be fucking serious.
Yeah, that's weird. Weird.
Nice Lone Bolt.
The biggest job booms in American history from the 1940s to the 1970s all happened while the rich were taxed the most.
Why is that? Again, because they were incentivized to say, look, I can make $5 million. Simple number. I can make $5 million, but if I make any more than that, I'm going to be taxed. So where can I best invest my money? Where can I best invest the money so that the government don't get it, so it's used for me? Well, I can invest it in my business. I can invest it in my people.
Yeah, I don't get that either, Nero. And I really don't. I mean, especially if this guy claims to be, he must not be a very successful business owner. If he's got time to play video games and do a weird call-in show, he must not have a very successful business. But then he claims that he can overcharge people for his product because his product's so good, but then complains when tariffs might raise the prices of products in America. Well, guess what happens? Other people would lower prices to be more competitive and to try to corner part of the market. If your product isn't good enough to corner the market, or to get a piece of the market, then guess what? You might need to go back to the drawing board. I'd be interested to know what your thoughts on tariffs are, though, Nero. I do respect your opinion on quite a few things. My understanding of tariffs is, in my humble opinion, it seems like it makes American products more apt and able to compete when we tariff stuff coming into our country from foreign countries that are competing with American manufactured products. And if I had to choose between a $5 or more for one sneaker that was made in America versus some foreign made stuff, I would choose the American made sneaker, even if it costed a little bit more, because I want to support America as long as the quality was decent. Just keep tax dollars on homeland, and we don't have to tax anyone in excess. Yeah, I agree. We just keep sending all these benefits off to everyone but our own. Our tax dollars and is benefiting everyone in the world except for America. MBK says he said he is a freight broker. He is a bigger crook than anyone in politics. Ask my truck driver; they will tell you about him. Yeah, freight brokers are. He's a bagel. My guess is he's a bagel. He's a bagel. Bagel. That's my guess. Yeah. That seems to check out.
And so they're happy. I can invest it in hiring more people. I can invest it in company cars. I can invest it in this, and I can spend it.
Because back then it made more sense to invest in your workers.
What? Invest in your workers?
Rather than spending millions on stock buybacks. But it won't raise enough money. False again. A 2% wealth tax on people worth more than $50 million would raise around $3 trillion in 10 years. And if we also did things like, I don't know, taxing capital gain like income, closed estate tax loopholes, and remove the Social Security income cap, we could raise over $10 trillion without ever touching the middle class. Oh, and with that money, we could easily pay for things like, I don't know, universal child care, tuition-free public college, canceling all student debt, national paid family leave, a real national housing strategy, fully funded Social Security and Medicare, public transportation upgrades, climate infrastructure, and real reparations programs.
Weird, right? Weird, right? Like,
Oh, it's like,
I
yeah,
find that weird.
it's just weird. I'll just take this chick's word for it. Where's the data? Where's the reason and evidence and empirical data to back up the opinings of this female? Oh, I like what she's saying, so I agree with what she's saying. Where's the data, bro? Where's the metadata explaining all of this? Where's the breakdown? Nero says tariffs, in my opinion, it puts American-made and local products in the forefront of low prices, basically giving us Americans a better choice if the quality is good enough. Firm, however, if tariffed products, all right, so there's going to be a continuation. What's up, Billy? Good to see you. Tariff products are high quality and are considered worth to pay the extra amount, then it's an option. Yeah, it makes especially with the fact that reciprocity doesn't seem to be being followed across the globe. We're being absolutely bastardized and abused. We're paying so much more than everyone else is for pretty much every product. Tariffs are wiping out my inventory: indium, gallium, talentium, nobium, osmium, neodymium, etc. I'll be forced to charge more to be able to restock. Yep. Well, you got to be able to deal with the ins and outs of it, right? What do we got here? Hexproof, trample. What in the world? How the hell does he have that on there? What the heck? Trample, hexproof, indestructible, first strike, double strike, haste. How does he have all that? Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah, good game. I'll just say good game.
I don't know. All of that without
Good morning, Just Cuz.
for real everyday working people. Just by taxing the extremely
Guys, don't
wealthy
forget
people,
to hit that like button on the way in. It really does help out the show.
billionaires would still have way more money than they could ever.
These Marxist socialists on TikTok, man, are they're the worst, bro. These white liberals, well, they're not even white liberals. They're actually bagel liberals that are pretending to be white liberals. They're Marxist, Leninist, socialist, communist. They're 100%. And you got to call them out. You got to do battle against them. Their goal is they have a homeland to go back to when they destroy the rest of the world. Their goal overall is to weaken the West, because the West is the one thing that stands between the bagel takeover. Nero says, problem is, since we haven't been doing tariffs, China has quote unquote spoiled us Americans with cheap gadgets and other trash, exactly, landfill objects. And now people are complaining that Chinese garbage is being marked up in price. Yeah, we don't need it. You don't need it. And it's nature's equilibrium. The market will meet out one way or another. And what happens is, if the Chinese, knowing that the tariffs are going to be so high and knowing that the end price for the buyer is going to be such, they have the choice to lower their product going into the country in the first place in order to, backdoor lower the price to make it more competitive with the American sneakers. And guess what the American companies can do at that point in time? They can also slash their prices by 10%, which would force the Chinese to continue to slash the overall prices for what they manufacture it and the cost of their manufacturing for what they sell it in America. Their profit margin is through the freaking roof. So pardon me if I don't feel sorry for China. Pardon me if I'm not over here trying to make China and their communist handlers richer. I don't give a rat's ass about China and how China does in the world. I don't care. I care about America, period.
Know what to do with or spend. So no, taxing the rich is not this new radical idea. This is how
Yeah,
America
I agree.
used to work. It built the middle class, it won wars, and it gave millions of people real stability. And when we stopped,
I agree,
the
Lone.
system broke. Wages froze, prices soared, and the rich kept everything. So when they say we can't afford
And
to
the
tax
rich
the
kept
rich, what they
everything. She's not wrong about some of those things, you know.
really mean is we don't want to share. So I don't know about y'all, but I'm sick of sitting here fighting over breadcrumbs at the bottom of the table.
What are you gonna do about it? You can't fight about shit. A dude had to give you your right to vote. A man had to vote on your right to vote. Most men didn't even have the right to vote in order to be able to vote on your right to vote. It was back then when the rich and the elites used to rule everything, the nobility. Right? So what are you going to do about it besides whine and try to stir up crap and get some simps on frickin' TikTok like Sage to just sit there and just be a thirst trap on TikTok, and while you're poisoning these young men's minds with bullshit information and indoctrination?
But when somebody else is eating the entire feast, fucking wake up, people. You've been lying.
What do you guys think? You guys think that maybe the way we can do some of this would be because we have this evidence, we have this historical data type stuff showing that it
Show it.
did work. But we don't believe that stuff, right? Probably best to make the tax cuts permanent for the rich, which Donald Trump did. I wonder why he did that. I wonder why he made it permanent for the rich while... Let me turn that down. That's loud. While basically only making your no tax on tips and your tax deduction on overtime only like 2 years. No, 3 years technically. 3 years. Sorry. Because technically, I think it's good. It would be good for... No, hang on. It'd be good for 20...
I don't disagree, Lone. Being a lifelong Yankee, having grown up in the North, I used to joke about the South. The South would always say the South will rise again, and my response to that was like, yeah, and the North will be 2-0. Now what? It's funny. I used to say that thinking I was cute and funny and everything like that. But the interesting thing here is, it was the War of Northern Aggression. I firmly believe it was the War of Northern Aggression.
2025 taxes, 2026 taxes. Yeah, be 3 years. It'd be 3 years. Just making sure. It'd be 3 years. What do you guys think? Oh, Sonia, tell them about the phone number.
His number, 856-600-4654. Sage Outcast. I have questions.
So I do have questions. So if you're, like I said, if you're looking to basically debate, or you do support Trump, or you're looking to basically explain to me, hey, I'd like to talk to you about this because I think you're wrong about this. Or, hey, it's probably good. I got another question for you guys. Do you guys think, and let me know in the chat or whatever, do you guys think it's better, like Donald Trump says...
Tell me he doesn't sound like Jeremy Glick or whatever. You really think, that the guy who used to, Martin Short, dressing up like in a fat suit? Doesn't he remind you of Jeremy Glick, chat? Come on. Oh, he does. He reminds you of Jeremy Glick, right? Let's go. Admit it.
He's trying to fix the immigration thing. I don't know how, because he started in 2016, and obviously it didn't work, because if you fix something, it shouldn't start leaking again or breaking like 3 years later, right? Because Donald Trump's immigration started to go up before he left office. So my question is, he didn't fix it, right? But do you think that it would be better to give some of these undocumented, not the illegals, but the undocumented, amnesty and put them into the system? Like, if you're complaining about slave labor, which nobody can give me a good definition of slave labor because it's weird, but if you're complaining about slave labor...
I don't know who Dean Withers is.
What
probably a commie.
Labor more? If you were to make them citizens, then they would fall under minimum wage laws and they would have more protection, so you couldn't pay them, slave labor. But if they're undocumented, you're not me, but you're mostly the argument from the right is we pay them slave labor because they're undocumented, and that's why other countries are bringing them in, is to pay them slave labor. Well, wouldn't that stop if we just gave them?
Yeah, it doesn't
amnesty and
surprise
made
me,
them
Lone Bolt.
citizens if they've been here for 10 years and committed no crimes and held down a job and were, contributing to the country? Isn't that? Wouldn't that help the problem, or would that hurt the problem?
Yeah, he contradicts himself all the time, Nero. It's I'm sorry, it's gonna rot your brain a little bit, but it's good to sharpen your steel a little bit, sharpen your iron, and understand that we still are at war, not only with the ideology of those who would cling to the world as opposed to store up their treasures in heaven. Understanding that there is a spiritual battle for the souls of men going on, and I believe strongly that Sage Outcast is on the wrong side of it.
Do you like slave labor? No, M. I don't like slave labor. Can you define slave labor? If you are undocumented, you are illegal. Wrong. That's the problem. I wish people would learn the difference between undocumented and illegal. That's not an illegal. And it's very important that you learn the difference, because if you don't know the difference, this could be a problem, right? This could be a problem.
So he's basically just kissing the mushroom stamp of Israel, right? The mushroom head of Israel. He's kissing the ring of Israel is what I'm hearing. He probably gets a check from George Soros to be like, Trump bad. I hate Trump. He's doing his part, chat. It's part of the play, playing his part, right? That's just the narrative, right? That's the pretty standard. This is what's actually happening kind of situation here. I clicked the wrong damn thing. Dang it. My bad. I was meant to get a Buster Sword.
Problem. Undocumented means you came here without proper documentation. You might be seeking asylum. You could have came over the wall when we caught you and you're seeking asylum. That's an undocumented. You weren't documented when you came in here, correct? That's not an illegal. That's not an illegal. An undocumented coming over the wall depends.
Aren't all illegals undocumented? Yes, so it's a distinction without a difference, right? You might be undocumented seeking asylum, but according to international asylum law, Sage Outcast, you're not supposed to get on a plane, then get on a boat, then get on a train, then get on a bus, then take an Uber, then cross the border of America. That's called tourism. That's called economic tourism. That's not called seeking asylum because you're afraid for your life from this country way the F over there, and all of a sudden, suddenly you show up in America going, oh, I fear for my life. That's bullshit. That's an absolute bastardization of international law. It's funny how he expects us to follow the constitutional law, but he doesn't have any respect for international law.
On the Attorney General, if they want to allow that refugee to be able to seek asylum or not. That's not illegal. It is legal to come over the wall.
I agree.
How do I know this? Because I have this U.S. code. Did I pop up the U.S. code? I did. I have this U.S. code general that says any alien who is physically present in the United States, so that means you're here in the United States physically, not mentally, but physically, who arrives in the United States, so you arrived in the United States, whether or not at a designated port, meaning you didn't have to show up at a designated port. You could have came over the wall, under the wall, through the wall. You could have came by water. It could have came by plane. Okay? Does not have to go. Port of arrival, and including an alien who is brought to the United States, having been interdicted in international waters, like the Coast Guard brought you here, something like that. Irrespective of the alien status, doesn't matter your status, may apply for asylum in accordance with this sector or where applicable. Now, one of the things that has to happen for that to be legal, would the Attorney General has to determine that if the alien is going to be removed or not, the Attorney General. So if Biden's Attorney General said, hey, we're going to go ahead and allow asylum from...
You mean Biden, the same person before he got elected, say that if I become president, there's going to be an unending, uninterrupted flow of black and brown people across the southern border, and that'll be a good thing. And by 2040, I think he said, whites will be the minority in their own country, and that'll be a good thing. And there's nothing they're going to be able to do about it. Yeah, that same Biden, that fucking traitor, that ice cream eating fucking Muppet, Sorry about my language, chat. I apologize.
Eritrea, Africa. Because there's a, or
Seriously,
Somalia.
I'm sorry about that.
Because there's a civil war going on there. There's been a civil war going on since, I don't know, 1990s maybe. So we're going to go ahead and let Somalians in here. We're going to consider them, they're able to seek asylum. And somebody is asylum. I'm not Somalian. But somebody jumps the wall and they're Somalian and they come here and they're caught and they say, I'm seeking asylum. That person is here legally. Like it or not, they're here legally. Okay? So, if they're here legally, that's not illegal. That's undocumented. Now, what do? Well, we process them. We get whatever the ICE is going to do. We give them the,
Thanks
court
for the
date.
soap.
We're going to want to show up for a court date.
Appreciate
blah, blah,
it.
blah,
I
whatever.
genuinely do appreciate that.
What we used to do was we used to.
I'm actually even cleaning up my main channel as much as I can. Every now and then I lose my my focus on it, but I am trying to do better with that.
Have a phone app that they would have to check in on, do a FaceTime, show their face, track them through the phone, all this other stuff, basically, and try to make this happen. That we got rid of that. We said that's not good enough. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get rid of that, and that's not good enough. So now we don't need a phone app. We don't need to track them. We just do what? Like, isn't it better to be tracking them through the phone app? Making it where, hey, yeah, I'm checking it. Isn't that a good thing? I'm not sure why we got rid of that. But either way. So there's that. So as long as you can, figure out.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with you. Matter of fact, last night I know I missed a lot of chats. There was a lot of interaction. A lot of people were feeling a certain kind of way last night. So I don't know if you know who the Angry Vet is, but I think he needs help, man. I really do. I genuinely think that he's having a cry for help. I think he's in a mental crisis. I think he thinks in his mind that he's the answer to other veterans' mental health crises or crises, or I'm not even sure. What the actual? I need to make a new deck or something because this deck's not doing it. I'm really not sure. I'm just gonna get rid of all my decks here. I think I'm just gonna completely make over some decks here. I'm really not sure what his goal is and what his deal is. I think he's been disrespected by his own family to the point where they've basically told him, "We don't need you anymore. Your opinions don't matter to us. We don't respect you. We don't value you." When he was trying to basically tell the HVAC guy how to do his job, that kind of a scenario. It's a very interesting situation with him. And I kind of feel bad for him in a way, if it wasn't for the fact that he really is kind of evil. And I don't know that I should feel sorry for him. I really don't know that I should feel sorry for him. Maybe that's a mistake on my part. And I don't know. I'm processing it, chat. I'm processing it. Doing a lot of processing. What do we got here? Are these uncommons? That is an uncommon. Why don't we do 1, 2? Let's go ahead and craft that. Okay. And let's go ahead and hit play.
Who is?
So long story short, and I know a few things behind the scenes that I'm not going to talk about because probably just not even my place to talk about it. So I'm not even sure why I'm mentioning it right now. But that said, I think he's struggling, man. I think he's on the struggle bus. I think he's looking for help. I think he's desperate for help. Yeah, I really do. And I hope he gets the help he needs. I would say deserves, but I don't know. I don't know if he. I don't know if he deserves help if he's not willing to ask for it. Chat. What are your thoughts on that? Does somebody deserve help when they're not willing to ask for help? Like, legit question. Does somebody actually deserve help if they're not willing to ask for it? Seems like a silly question, doesn't it? I think I'm gonna put a iron in here. Iron. Oh, there's one in there, right? Okay, good. We're good then. All right, here we go.
And who isn't illegal, I'm good with it. Because I don't want illegals here either. If you went to in front of a judge and the judge is like, no, man, you're out of here. That's not asylum. Or, hey, you broke the law when you were supposed to stay and you got caught robbing a house. You're losing your status. You're gone. Gone. No one is arguing that that person gets to stay. No one is saying, nope, I want that person to stay.
Well, that's not
Right.
true. That is, you mean no one on the show right now is arguing it? You might be correct. But when you say no one is arguing that, you're absolutely wrong, Sage. There are people that are saying they called him, what do they call him, a Baltimore man, and not some illegal like MS-13 dude who his own wife testified against his abuse on her, towards her, on multiple occasions. Her own testimony saying that he is not a good person, that he is there illegally and he beats her, that he's a menace to society.
Nobody. Not a Democrat, not a Republican, no one. That's illegal. But if they're here, they came over the wall.
No, I mean you're not wrong, Nero. And I basically said to him last night, I said, listen, my email is porchdicknation@gmail.com, Tav. I'm pretty sure that you know my number. If you don't already have my number somewhere, you can talk to Chris. I give Chris permission to give you my number, only Tav. And you reach out to me. You send me a text message saying it's you. I'll stop a show or whatever I'm doing at the moment, and I'll let a video play, and I'll walk away, and I'll have a conversation with you, Tav. That's my promise to you. That's what I promised you, Tav. Because unlike you, I actually do care about the mental health of veterans. My words aren't just air. They're backed up with action. They're backed up as a man who would show his enemy grace as much as he possibly can. If you're hungry, Tav, I will offer you bread, Tav. I will. If you're thirsty, Tav, I will give you water, Tav. God's going to judge you. I don't need to judge you. God's going to judge you. It's not my job to judge you. Now, I can discern, right? I can discern. I can pay attention. And then I can choose to love you from afar. But it's not my goal to it's really not my goal to want to purposely harm this man. That's not what I'm seeking to do at all. But he has harmed a great many people, and people I actually care about quite a bit. And he seems very, very hesitant to repent. Very hesitant to repent for that. So.
They are seeking asylum, and they're basically going to say, oh, let me turn that off. And they're just waiting for their court date, no matter how long that is.
But, I let him know because he's having a crisis. His own family doesn't respect him. His in-laws don't respect him. The house in which he's staying at right now, he offers to help them with things, and they don't want his help. They tell him, we don't want your help. We don't want your help. No, thank you. Don't help us. Let the HVAC tech guy do his job. That's what they say to him. Leave the HVAC guy alone.
That's legal. I don't know, right, Sonia?
Hey, Sage.
Yes.
So they're asking in chat for which title that code is. So if you would pop it in.
Oh, that is US 8. I'll put it in here. Right here. General. US 8, 1158
Hey,
General.
Malcolm Brown. Number 76, every once in a while,
Alien and
declare peace. Yep, number 76, every once in a while, declare peace. It confuses the hell out of your enemies. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, all he has to do is just stop, dude. Just stop and ask for help, and he'll get help. Just stop doing what you're doing. Stop being hurtful and harmful to other people. Cry out to a just God. Cry out to Jesus. What's up, Malcolm Brown? You love magic. Awesome. Well, you made it to the right show. We're doing magic, and we're also talking politics and stuff and God and religion and all kinds of different things. So come on in, pull up a chair, hit that like button if you like the content. If not, I appreciate at least saying hello, Malcolm. What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite color that you like to play? Do you have a favorite kind of deck concept, or how long you've been playing Magic?
Whatever this word is. Nationality. Got it. I nailed it. And then there's exceptions. But the exceptions, you have to understand that if you're going to read the exceptions, if the Attorney General now says no, well, then it's no. But if the Attorney General during Biden's
I agree,
administration
Nero.
said yes, then it's legal.
Blue black. Yeah, whenever I make a blue black deck, I call it the bruise, quote unquote. Yeah, I love blue black. I kind of like. I used to be like kind of a blue white guy, but blue black and green black I think are probably my all. If I had to pick two colors, that would be 3 years. Awesome. Now arena exclusively, or do you also play paper? All right, well, let's go ahead and do this while he's tapped out, chat. Go ahead and destroy that. I think that's probably a crucial part of his deck concept here. You play paper and or just arena? This is my free to play deck right here, where everything in like this. I've not spent a single dime. All the cards that I've gotten from playing the game and getting it for free. So this is to demonstrate 1v1. Well, I'm talking about arena 1v. What does that mean? 1v1. Lion Bolt. What colors are you using? This is just a solid white deck. I call it a Knight's Tale. So this deck is just basically what do you call it? It's knights. So it's like a theme deck, really, at the end of the day. 1v1 to the death. That's your favorite. Lol. Blue white guy. That's getting clipped for out of context. What does that mean? I don't understand. I guess I don't get it. Blue white. Blue white. Oh, I'm a blue white guy. Oh, I think I know what you mean. How dare you, sir? How double dog dare you? You've done it to me.
Right? Like, why do you think catch and release is legal? How can catch and release be?
Do you like to do drafts as well, Malcolm, Mr. Malcolm Brown? You enjoy drafting?
Legal. Well, catch and release
Took me a
is legal
second.
because they can say, "Well, we caught you.
Nero, you're on fire today.
We're going to release you." Right? And this is kind of what that kind of falls under. But hey, that's just me. So Sonia is my undocumented Canadian.
His number 856-600-4654. Sage Outcast.
Bagel.
I have questions.
Awesome.
So there's the phone number. You're welcome to call in. Did I not turn it on? No, I did. I turned it on. All right. Yes, the phone line is.
So this one's like a night
Sometimes
theme. This one's like a night theme deck, really, at the end of the day. Yeah.
And I forget to turn it back on, and it's unthing. So you're welcome to call in and debate me.
Phyrexia.
Find a friend. Find a family.
Phyrexia, it's your favorite card. Oh no, this one's Elish Norn. Never mind. That's not. Is it? This isn't a It's a Phyrexian, but Mother of Machines. He hates it when I beat him with his own card. And for those wondering why I ain't got a crown, I opted out of the leaderboard. How dare you, sir? How dare you? Look at you. Always the rebel. Always the rebel. Hey, I got a question for you, Nero. What do you think about Andrew Wilson had a theory that that the Jedi were actually the evil ones and the Sith are actually more of the ordered. That the Jedi are chaotic and rebellious, whereas the Sith are actually the ones that are good. What are your thoughts on that? Uh-oh. Has he got it? Okay. What are your thoughts on that? Star Wars lore. I know you're more like a Star Trek nerd, but no super chat. Yeah, there are no super chats over here, so. Oh, how dare you, sir? How dare you? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, no! Oh, I clicked too soon, guys. I can't believe I just did that.
member, find a loved one, or yourself. Call in and say, hey, this guy's a
Slow
dumb
down,
dumb.
dude. Slow down.
He doesn't know what he's talking
Something
about.
that would never happen in paper.
And what we need to do, I'm going to debate him or my cousin Vinny.
Oh, so you,
I'm going to call.
so you, that's right. So you're on board with the Empire too? That's funny. So I get that angle. I mean, there is a level of that makes sense because it's order, right? They're trying to the whatever order, whereas the rebels are chaotic, and that is interesting. It is kind of interesting, yeah. Okay, let's see. If I were to do this, right, and then I were to do this, take one for that, right? I said 1 for the money, a 2 for the show, a 3 to get ready. Now go, cat, go. Now don't you step on my blue suede shoes.
Call my cousin Vinny, and he's going to debate him, and he's going to tell him all about how this actually is supposed to work. I think I have to get in that building. I think that's where I have to go. And that's what we want to do. So do me a favor, hit the like, share this out. That's how we get more debates. That's how we get more people seeing this and basically saying, yeah, I want to debate this guy. I'm going to call in.
By the way, if you want to check out this content creator, if you go to @SageOutcast on YouTube, or just type in Sage Outcast, you'll likely find his channel. I'm just going to shout him out because I am checking out his, I'm liking your deck. Cool. Because I am using his content for criticism and fair use and stuff. And I think it's important to show respect to a content creator that I'm spending some of my time. Whether I agree with this man or disagree with this man is really not the point. Ouch. The point of the matter is I'm using his content. I am doing it for critique, right? Purposes. So here we go. We're going to go, and this is blue. Yeah, we're going to go here. All right, we're going to swing better. All right, so this would give us double strike, right? So I'm going to put this in the graveyard. That's going to stay on top. I'm going to use this, which I'm going to cast for free. Boom. And then I'm going to hit again, right? And I'm going to put that in the graveyard. And then I'm going to cast this for free. Boom. And my opponent's going to rage quit. Maybe, maybe not. Put it over here. Fine. Let's do that.
Or you can click in. There's a link at the top of the
You liking my deck? I'm glad.
chat.
So the beautiful thing about this is my free-to-play account, so I don't have access to the library or the card collection that I have on my main account. So what it does is it kind of forces me to try to make a deck. It forces me to try to make a deck that is not like I can't have 4 of everything, or I've got to be more creative and fill holes in my deck. So I like to do this. And I also play I play other people that like to play in Arena. I can show you my my account name and stuff if you want to send me a friend's request. If you want to challenge me, more than happy to take your challenge, my friend. And so we're gonna do this, right? We're gonna swing. This shouldn't be able to be blocked, right? It's not double strike, but so that fires. We're going to go ahead and cast that for free. And that's not okay. We'll leave this the way it is. Okay. We can play that. So I'm going to cast this one. All right. End turn. So here I'll show you my my thing if you want to add me as a friend or something like that. Sometimes I'll take submissions from people in the audience if they have a deck idea. And, if they want to, but I kind of play like fun decks. I don't really play like net decks. Like listen, I don't really want to play against the deck that I play against in ranked all the time. I'd rather play against something that's creative, that's kind of fun. It's original, that kind of thing. So I don't care about winning and losing when it comes to playing people out there in the audience. It's not about that for me. It's about, making bonds, enjoying seeing people use interesting combinations that I never would have thought of. I think that's really cool. And so it's less about being competitive and more, I want to be intrigued. I want to understand how your deck works, and I want to see really cool, interesting combos and stuff. And I also like to do like collaborations where, I'll be putting a deck together and people could like hey, how about this? Or what about this card? This card works with that card, and the synergy is really good. And I'm very much open to suggestions and ideas from the crowd. If you have a particular favorite card or a couple favorite cards that you, or a deck concept that you want me to try to either recreate or try to improve, let me know. You know, or if you want my input on it, you want to see like, well, what would you do? What would you recommend? What do you think of this situation? What do you think of that combo? Feel free to let me know. Or if you just want to see what I would do with like two cards that you think are interesting, and if I have them in my collection, if I have enough of them in my collection to make it functional, I'll definitely add it, and we'll have some fun. And I'll give it a shot, and I'll try to make a brew. So, but I appreciate you, Malcolm, and I'm glad you said hello. I hope more people will come in, and because a lot of the people that are in the chat are kind of from my other main channel, which isn't really about gaming all the time or anything like that. So it's nice to have people that actually are interested in Magic the Gathering to talk to. Now, a little bit about myself. I've been playing Magic the Gathering since 1993. I've got I probably have 1,000,000 cards if I have one in paper, my collection. Like no cap, no joke. I have an unlimited Black Lotus sitting somewhere in my collection. I gotta find it so I can show it. Yes, it's beat up. It's in really bad condition. I used to play with the Moxes and the Lotus and the Time Walks and all that stuff, man. All the Power 9. Yeah, I love the game. I absolutely love the game. I've been playing for a long, long time. I had a couple breaks in the game, but I found this goober on the channel struggling, bussing with Helldivers. Yeah, Helldivers kicks my butt. I got to do that. I got to start playing it on the easier levels and just get good at it because I think it is a fun game personally. I think I can't play with other people that are, way more skilled at it than I am, if that makes any sense. All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna do this. Okay, he's at 7 life, so I think he's kind of crushed, isn't he? If I don't forget to attack. It's game. Yeah, you can't do anything about it. All right, so we beat Prowess deck. That was kind of fun. There's been a lot more added since we've last played together, FYI. Hell, oh, excuse me. Yeah, I need to put that back on a rotation where I can play some of that. Maybe I'll have that playing. You know what? Maybe I'll be playing Helldivers in the background, trying to get my experience up while I'm reviewing videos and stuff like that. I mean, heck, I could probably still be in a group with you, Nero, and you'd be carrying me just as much as if I was paying attention. So it wouldn't be that bad if I was distracted running my show. But anyway, let's get back to this video. But Malcolm Brown. Oh, nope. I forgot to show you. I'm sorry. Hold on. Stand by. I get a little distracted. I will show you my. It's a budget cuts, and then there's a number that follows it. Hold on. Like I said, this is my free-to-play account. Yeah, we can keep this. We'll keep this. All right. All right, here we go. Put the video back on.
That you can click in, and that will bring you into StreamYard. You'll still be backstage. You don't have to have your camera on or anything like that. That's no big deal. But you're welcome to click in or call in and basically just say, hey, I support Donald Trump. I love everything Donald Trump does.
Toxic is pretty not so good for me.
I love everything Donald Trump does. Can't go through that wall there, just so you know. You think anybody's inside here? Yes, there's somebody inside there. God darn it.
God didn't do anything to you, Sage. Stop taking his name in vain. Stop blaspheming.
Weird West. This is a game called Weird West. I'm playing it on Xbox. Just so you guys know, too. I don't have any dynamite. I do have guns.
Guns?
I don't have any dynamite. And I do have a flashbang, but I don't think that's...
I need mana. A little bit more mana.
Dynamite. I should have just dynamited my way in. So that was pretty much it. The only thing I was watching was watching the Destiny debate, but you can't really hear on that right there.
Toxic always kind of
you can't really hear
seems to wreck my world pretty good here.
That one, so that really didn't work much. I'm not gonna be able to play that one because I tried hearing that debate, but I don't know what microphone they're on because they're not on the microphone that they're holding. So the microphones that they were holding during that debate I think
No
were
problem,
made for a
Malcolm.
different show.
That's all right. After this game, hopefully I won't forget. I'll show you my my information so you can challenge me. I don't really have a deck. I just deleted a bunch of my decks. So I don't really have a deck prepared currently. Other than this is, I guess, more like the one I'm playing in ranked. So yeah, he's one of those Destiny groupies. Yeah. Apparently Destiny debated Tate, not Tate. Who's the guy from Fresh and Fit? What's his name? Myron? I don't know. Apparently the debate was against like Palestine versus Israel, that kind of stuff. I don't even know. I think the whole thing's kabuki, in my opinion.
And that audio, I don't know where that audio went, so I can't hear that one.
Myron Gaines, yeah, that's it. Thank you, Lone.
We did tax the rich.
We did tax the rich. We did tax the rich. Oh yeah, Mexico is planning on do more trading with Canada because of Trump's tariffs. They're just going to be like, yeah, you know, your tariff thing.
I think I need a way to get stuff back from the graveyard. I think they didn't debate; they were too aligned. Yeah, I agree, man. I think they're both bought and paid for shills for you know who. I really do. I genuinely think that they're bought and paid for shills. And there's a reason why people are allowed to succeed, and there's a reason why people aren't allowed to succeed. There's a reason why my channel will struggle, while other channels that'll come out of nowhere will get tens of thousands of, hundreds of thousands of subs. They'll get all kinds of like, you know, even Candace Owens. You know, I know that you're a fan of Candace Owens. Look at the ad reads that Candace Owens does. Gold, you know, all the. I mean, if you really look at who's behind these ads, it's the same people she claims to be going against. She's against them, but she's also kind of low key not against them. I don't know how that works. I don't know. It's weird to me. All right, let's see. What does he have in here? Does any of this stuff have an effect? I guess we could do this. Yeah, I think even Tim Pool. I think even people like the Hodge twins. I mean, pretty much all of them. Listen, if they're able to exist on YouTube and have any kind of an audience, Crowder, Louder with Crowder, perfect example, bro. Perfect example. Louder with Crowder. That dude is 100% controlled and captured. I don't know. I think Alex Jones. Where do you think he's getting all his information from? Yeah, this guy's got me. He's got it. I can't. There's nothing I can do about this. Toxic is really bad. Malcolm Brown. Here we go. I'm gonna show you my my thing here. So if you're ready to add this, to send me a friend's request. It's budget cuts. Number score 107.58. GS, what kind of ads in video ads, or the ones that intrude on the video? In the video ads, the ad reads that Candace Owens reads off. You know, she's 100%. I think I don't know, man. I just don't trust any of these people at the end of the day. He's a bit too radical though. Listen, okay. So hear me out on this, Lone Bolt. I hear what you're saying, and I'm not flat out disagreeing with it. But so here's the interesting thing. You've heard the old saying, Lone Bolt, that evil has to tell you what it's planning to do, right? Right? That evil has to tell you what it's planning to. That's like one of the rules. It has to tell people what it plans to do, and it's up to you to stand against it. Right? So, well, where's Alex Jones getting all this information from? Now, if Alex Jones would calmly relay this information in a less spurgy way, like maybe perhaps Candace Owens does. I mean, when Alex Jones is like, oh, they're demons. Oh, they're making the friggin' frogs gay. You know, I mean, it's real easy for you to just dismiss that information because you're like, yeah, the guy's an absolute psychopath, right? Talking about Fuentes, yeah, I don't trust Fuentes either, man. I think a lot of them are just paid shills. I'm not trying to cause beef. I don't know. I can't vet the dude. I don't know that he believes what he said. Ever since there was some rumor going around that Fuentes, there's a video of Fuentes essing Destiny's D. I don't know, man. The whole thing seems a little sus to me. Seems like a bastion of perviness. So I don't know if you've got the it's budget cuts number score 10758. So I'm about to close this up and start playing again if I don't get a friends request soon here, bro. So I don't know if you've added the friends request or not, Malcolm. So you need to send it to me in order for me to accept it, I think. He's a bit too radical though. I don't know, Fuentes, I don't know, man. You didn't hear anything about that after a while. It kind of got buried. It's almost like they were trying to put Fuentes in check, that he's controlled opposition. A lot of people say that the guy with the funny little mustache was controlled opposition. When the Rothschilds are bankrolling the Axis and the Allies, guess who wins? The Rothschilds. Because no matter who wins World War II, the Rothschilds are going to be the successors. They're going to be the victors at the end of the day. Right? All right, bro. Well, I'm gonna close it down. So I haven't gotten a friend's request, so I don't know what's going on here. So I'm gonna keep playing. I'm kind of like a shark. I got to keep moving. So I just don't. And I hear what you're saying, Lone. I don't have any reason and evidence, empirical data other than my gut instinct. My gut instinct says Alex Jones is controlled opposition. That they give him this information, and he says it. But he says it in such a bombastic, insane way that people will dismiss it because they're going to say he's a crazy tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorist. And that's part of the design. That's all part of the plan to get people to just hear the truth and not believe it. The book Animal Farm, which I need to start reading, by the way. Animal Farm, that the animals, all the animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others, right? That the animals would be lied to on the farm so often that even if someone were to tell them the truth, even if the truth were sitting right in front of their own eyes, they still wouldn't believe it. They would deny the truth. That's what's happening right now. We're being lied to on so many different ways, in so many different ways. Yeah. We're just being lied to constantly, bro. Constantly being lied to. It's not a good thing. Let's go here. Let's see what our opponent has. I think he's gonna have a nowhere to run. Nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide.
We're just going to trade. Me and Canada are just going to trade. So Mexico and
Song
Canada
called
are
Animal
gonna
and the
start trading
Man.
each other.
Interesting.
So how does this happen, you ask? Well, I'm in logistics. I can explain it to you. One of the reasons this...
I'm in logistics. I can explain it to you. Thank you. Thank you for keeping us safe. So question is, yeah, let's do this. Sure. So we're gonna take away a little bit of his ramp, hopefully. He's a bit too radical, though. I think we're talking about... Oh, Fuentes. Oh, sorry. Give a listen. Song called Animal and the Man. Give a listen. Interesting. Well, I think that goes against God, though. Maybe I should listen to it, but I think it's important for us to guard our ear gates and our eye gates from things, which I've done kind of a poor job at times. But I think it is important for us to do those things. I don't believe men are animals, and I don't believe that there is an animal in man. I think there might be demons. That's quite possible. But and again, I'm not trying to like chastise you or anything alone. I'm just speaking honestly and truthfully to you. What does the Bible say? That faithful are the wounds of a friend, but deceitful are the kisses of an enemy. Rats is back. Okay, baby girl has gone home. Alrighty. Well, welcome back, Rats. Good to see you. I'm so glad you're back, and I'm glad you're enjoying your family. The old rap, but it's old rap. Oh, interesting. But exactly what you're talking about. Interesting. GS, I think you'd enjoy Helldivers 2 with a controller a lot more because it's a bit more chill. Yeah, probably would be. Because you aren't leaned into the screen like mouse and keyboard does. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, I'd have to buy a controller though, before I could do that because all my Xbox controllers are I grip my problem is I grip my controller too tight. I would love to be able to play RDR2 on Xbox and somehow also live stream it to you guys. Because man, I'm really good at RDR. Like my wife says she loved watching my Red Dead Redemption 2 plays.
This happens is if your product is not landing in the United States, you do not have to pay any taxes on it, and it can pass right through. So if I'm shipping something from Canada to Mexico and it passes through the United States doesn't get any money on that. It's a pass through. As long as it doesn't touch ground, basically, or get offloaded into the United States, and it gets, unless it's down there at a bonded warehouse, either in Mexico or in Canada, to offload it, to stick it on a Mexican carrier, then it doesn't get, you're good to go. So they're going to start probably doing more driving for Mexican drivers going directly to the Canadian border and Canadian drivers going directly to the Mexican border, offloading that in bonded warehouses where Mexican drivers can pick it up or Canadian drivers can pick it up, and then trading more amongst themselves where they can. But of course, they also have boats and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's one of the rules in regards to logistics. So that's kind of weird. And like I said, when I started the show, Donald Trump doesn't know that he's the one that appointed Jerome Powell. He thinks Biden did it. I think he's kind of slipping there. I don't know why he doesn't know that he's the one that did that. You would think he would remember that. But then again, you would also think Donald Trump would remember that he's the one that negotiated and signed the Canadian-Mexico trade agreement that he thinks is the worst. 908. Here we go. Trump Derangement Syndrome Hotline. How may I direct your call? I swear to God. I swear to God. They're going to call back. You know what? I don't know what it is. I don't know if they think that some of them are trolls, right? And I think I throw them off when they call the number and they get me direct, right? And I answer the phone. Call back if you just called. Yeah, that was real. I do that sometimes. And I think some of them are trolls and they get thrown off the minute I answer the phone and it's not something standard. The other ones are like, wait a minute, did I call? Is this the right number? What's the number on the screen? But yeah, that's part of my thing. I guess I'm gonna have to stop doing that because too many people are getting confused when I answer the phone. Let me go back, read some of the chat. MAGA is collapsing. I agree with that. That statement. Trump Epstein friends. Yeah, that's kind of what I played in the video here. I don't know if you guys were here. I can. Where's this one here? Hang on.
The disgusting... What the fuck is Operation Excalibur?
I don't know.
Donnie has been pretty upset that the citizens of Los Angeles don't want him flooding their streets with armed military personnel.
Yes.
So he took it upon himself to order a full military incursion on a public park near downtown LA. The army...
Did you guys see this? He literally did this.
He literally did this. Oh, guys, liberals are so insufferable. Sage, eat some meat for the love of God, bro. Throw a ribeye on the grill. Put some bass in your voice, dude. Or at the very least, you need to go home and tell your wife that you have a boyfriend. One of those things has got to happen, bro. You got to start being honest.
Operation that he sent military and ICE and police, I guess, to a park where no one was there.
And the National Guard planned this event, which means Los Angeles has had 3 branches of the military roaming their city.
Yes.
And they pulled in at least 9 federal agencies to be a part of it. ICE, Border Protection, Homeland Security Investigations,
great.
the FBI, the DEA, the ATF, the U.S. Marshals, the Federal Protective Service, and for some fucking reason, the IRS.
Well, that's why we hired those 87,000 ICE agents.
They rolled out this massive undertaking, costing an estimated $5 million in a horribly miscommunicated manner. The army seemingly got lost on the way in, arriving half an hour late.
Well, doesn't matter.
And the funniest part? The
Right.
park was completely empty save for the 190 federal agents and military who stood around aimlessly. No arrests were made, no one was detained, but at least Customs and Border Protection.
I think that's funny. I think that's hysterical. Hang on. Sage Outcast.
How's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, I'm just looking at the show, man. I'm wondering, why would you say they sent troops to the, they just sent military personnel to the parks?
They did.
There weren't no kids there. It was a bunch of drug dealers and drug addicts.
There was nobody there.
No, there was nobody. Then why would they send them there?
We're trying to figure
For
that
fun?
out.
To spend taxpayer dollars?
We're trying to
What
figure.
kind of fucking idiotic shit is that? That's just retarded. You're dumb as fuck.
We're trying to figure. Trying to figure that out. You guys saw the video, right? Of the men. I mean, I can show you the video.
The disgusting story of Trump model management.
I could show you the video of them walking through the park when nobody was there. There were no arrests. There was no detainees. There was no one there. I don't know. What are you asking me for? Ask Trump. Where's the video of, let's do California Park. Ice raid.
Dude, Sage, you are a clown, bro. Understand this. You're a clown. You're a clown. You're not even trying to be entertaining. You're just a clown. You're low information, low IQ. You regurgitate the words of other people that are also low information, that are reading a script from a party line. You don't even really understand what's going on, man. All right, let's. I kind of want to make a Matoya deck here. What? No, not historical. Let's go standard. I feel like my mouse is doing weird stuff, so I'm misclicking. All right. Let's go here. Let's make sure it's rotation proof. How about that? So Wilds of a Drain up, and apparently Mr. Brown does not want to friend request me, so that was odd.
That's this is kind of some footage there of them just kind of wandering. You guys see anybody? They're just kind of. They got horses. I see horses. I don't see him raiding anybody. I just see him kind of wandering through the park. There's cameras. They're walking in lines. There's an empty soccer field. Damn you, soccer. That's the problem. I would raid a soccer field too, because it's really not a real sport. They don't. So I'm in favor of raiding an empty soccer field. That'll keep those soccer players, and maybe they should, play football instead. So I'm good with that.
Now,
What?
correct me if I'm wrong, man, but didn't the some of the troops that they ordered to go to the field or to the park, as it's being called,
Yeah.
didn't they get lost going there and
Yeah.
took about 30 minutes and they showed up 30 minutes late?
Yeah, but it's LA traffic, you know what I mean? So that could have been traffic, a little bit of confusion, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give
Gotcha.
them that.
Administration to halt random immigration stop.
It's easier getting places when you're dropped in by helo. I'm just saying, which is normally what, military people do. Oh, I got a call. Sage Outcast.
Is this the Sage Hang Up Show?
Occasionally.
Okay. Well, let's do this. We'll put on a timer. We'll see how long it takes before you hang up on me.
Okay, let me know when you
Let's go.
start the timer.
That was kind of funny.
Back. You can call back.
That was kind of funny.
You can call back. Did he start the timer? Does anybody know if he started the timer?
I'll give him that
I'll
one.
let you call back. You know you wanna. You know you're sitting there with me on speed dial. You know your fingers are posed. See? Told you it would. I wasn't ready. Yeah, set the timer again. I'm ready to go again.
Really, this passive aggressive? You got to hang up on people?
It's kind of funny, yes. I think it was pretty funny.
I mean, that's where you get joy in it.
I do.
Let's talk about something real.
thought it was hilarious.
You did, right?
It was pretty
Why
funny.
do you really hate Trump so much? Let's get to the real
I
point
don't.
of this.
I hate Trump's policies most of the time. I really hate Trump. I don't know Trump, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, Nero. They do a lot of that kind of
That-
stuff all the time.
That sounds good,
Okay.
but
thank
that's not really what I hear. in your show. I just started watching your show. I even
Yeah, but I
subscribed.
just told you what it was.
I mean, you've hung up on me like 8 times now.
Yeah, because
it's kind of, you think it's funny, but it's just exposing yourself in this channel that's almost nobody's watching.
Nobody's
You
watching.
could grow an audience if you were actually wanted to debate people.
I am growing. You want me to show
But
you?
you're really not that good at debating. Otherwise, you wouldn't need to hang up on people.
Do you want me to show you my analytics? Hey, well, the problem is most of the time I hang up on you is because, one, you talk over the top when I'm talking, and two, some of the stuff that you were saying yesterday in regards to he was never on the plane and they weren't friends and all that other stuff.
No, you do a bait and switch. You do a bait and switch. We were talking about the Epstein list, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then you asked me if he was on the plane.
Yes.
I thought you were regarding to the list that we were talking
But
about.
I stopped and I said to you, he flew from Florida to New York, and you said no.
And I did say he did.
No, and not until okay, I can go back and play it for you. I'll make a short out of it showing that you didn't.
I did say that. I
will make a short. I will make a short.
When I understood what you were actually talking about, when you gave me reference to what you were talking
because
about,
I asked if they were. I asked if they were friends, and you said no, they weren't friends.
I don't think they were. Because why would he have kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago?
Do you understand
did
that in 19...
Did he kick him out of Mar-a-Lago?
I believe so, to the best of my knowledge.
Why?
I don't know exactly why. Can you tell me exactly what was in his head when he kicked him out?
Well, as far as the reports go, he kicked him out because Epstein was hitting on someone who was 16 years old.
Okay, what year was that?
I'm not exactly sure of the date. I could look it up. I'm sure you could look it up
because
as well.
Because in 1994, him and Epstein both opened up model agencies. They were friends in the 1990s. They were friends going to parties together.
They're going to parties together.
Jeff, and I don't know, how many did he fly? How many different celebrities
Thousands
did Trump?
Of people?
Hang on, stop.
How many people did
Stop! Hang on, stop!
Trump was obviously friends enough to be on Jeffrey's plane.
Please stop.
Right? So you got to say
why did he kick him out of Mar-a-Lago is the real question.
You said because
does this really pertain to the plane ride, or does it pertain to the possibility of sex?
What would you want to debate now? Because I'm not going to rehash what we've already talked about.
Anything you want. Anything you want.
You called me.
You can debate anything. We can debate anything you want. I think it's kind of funny though that
can you explain to me?
hear it in your voice. It's like you have this animosity towards Trump.
I have animosity toward. Well, I don't like sexual predators. Is that and Trump's obviously
is that okay? I mean, wow, what a baited.
I wouldn't support Trump.
Yeah, but he is.
There's many people that are like me that wouldn't.
He is a sexual predator.
According to what?
Do you want me to give
Jean Paul? What's her face? That crazy woman, Jean Paul, that paints trees and made up all this crazy stuff. She's like accused like over 20 different men of sexual harassment.
Do you understand?
She's got many
Trump
different.
Admitted to it.
Do you even understand that case?
Do you understand Trump admitted to it?
He did not admit to it. What are you talking about?
I played it earlier.
Oh my God, you're making things up. This is so funny. You're making things up.
I played it earlier, and in his deposition, he said that she liked it.
What are you talking about? Jean, the woman Jean.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree, Nero. Context matters.
Yes.
Something?
Yes. Yes.
You can't.
Yes.
Something with
Yes. Oh my God, he's freaking insufferable.
Okay.
Same story of Lil Donnie's deposition in the E. Jean Carroll case. Reason number 3 that Donnie is on the list. In the early 90s, Donnie assaulted E. Jean Carroll in the Bergdorf Goodman dressing room. This has been legally adjudicated twice. It is in the eyes of the law and reality, for that matter.
Oh my God, you're just playing like nonsense right now.
In 2023, his deposition in this case was unsealed, and in it were some truly insane statements from a man who sees women as usable objects. He couldn't remember the date of any of his marriages. He couldn't identify his own wife in a photo. He told the lawyer questioning him that she wouldn't be his choice to have sex with under any circumstances. It was truly unhinged.
Now remember, when shown a picture, he didn't know that she wasn't his wife. Because they're like, who's this? And he's like, my wife.
The first and most damning statement over his own lawyer's objections, he said.
Over his own lawyer's objections. And by the way, he's muted because he's just going to talk over the top of me. His own lawyer said, don't say this.
Out loud with
Stop
found
it.
his sexual assault to be
Why won't you stop
found
it?
sexy, leaving aside that this is an admission that he did assault.
All right, let me unmute Dum Dum.
Wow.
I did an AI voice.
I'm sorry, you were muted the whole time.
Why don't you play the video of her explaining how she thinks that women
So let me ask you a question. So
enjoy being
you
raped?
were muted the whole time.
Why don't you play that video?
You were muted the whole time.
Let's hear her say. I heard that with her own voice.
I've got.
She says
See how he gallops and talks over him?
Enjoy being raped.
This is why you get the minute I try to talk, you just talk over the top of me. If you do it again, you're going to be deleted. You're deleted, like blocked completely ever. You got it?
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
Watches. Great.
Well, you can do me a favor. Go do your show.
Bro, you're a
joke. Dude, he's getting clowned, bro. Dude, here it is. I am the start of the exodus of this guy's channel, bro. I am going to destroy this guy's channel by not his channel, but his arguments. Because he will either become a Trump fanatic, right? He'll either love Trump, or he's gonna end up losing everybody that's ever watched his show, because there's no good faith in him at all. At all.
Can you hear me? Let me do this. Okay. So let's explain why the other person called back. I might miss my last ring. Let me explain why some of the other reasons he's a sexual predator. He literally said he would date his daughter if she wasn't his daughter. He literally said, you see that 10-year-old over there? I'll be dating her in 10 years. He literally said he literally
did these things.
Beauty pageants, dressing rooms, knowing that they were getting changed, and he could do it because he was the owner of the beauty pageant, right? Do me a favor, dude. Do me a favor. The guy that just called, the one that I hang up on, do me a favor. Tell your girlfriend or soon-to-be wife that you want to do all that. Let me know how she takes it. Sage Outcast. Can you hear me? Hello?
Oh, yes, I can hear you. Hello.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Another brothers.
How you doing?
Good, good. You support Trump?
Do I support Trump?
I asked you first. Yes.
Yeah and no. It's a back and forth thing. You know what I'm saying? Just depending on certain situations. Like I'm down here in California, in LA, the area that you're talking about, as far as the park goes.
Sure.
Where do you, can I ask you? This is my first time ever on here.
Absolutely.
First time ever listening to you.
Absolutely.
I was on the toilet taking a shit. And,
That's a democratic. That's to be honest. That's a democratic I was looking to get. People going.
A democratic? You mean a demographic? Oh my God, this guy's so stupid.
I'm gonna tell you one thing about that park that they went to.
Yeah.
That park is known to have a lot of illegal immigrants over there. That park is known for a lot of RAs.
That's hilarious,
you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of that park is known for drug dealing, for a whole bunch of illegal stuff that goes on. Yes, they showed up there pretty late, but there is a hotline around the area that's posted up all over the place. If you see ICE setting up or anything, give this number a call and we will alert everybody.
Okay.
So that's why they were not able to get anybody.
Perfect. So the $5 million that they sent out, that they put the National Guard and ICE and all these other organizations to walk through a park, do you think they should have maybe took a look? Should they have done a little bit of recon and maybe saw that there was a bunch of posters there and saw the fact that, hey, we're going to have to come in here.
He was making Democrats.
Way, or do you think they should have just
What's up, Karma?
They did and did absolutely nothing and spent $5 million.
It's going to keep happening.
Yeah,
it's
exactly,
right.
Rats.
In LA, period. No matter no matter what they do, no matter what they do, no matter how much money they spend,
Yeah, it's getting that way, Nero.
It's going to continuously be the same outcome out here in LA.
Yes.
Period.
So we should
post it.
So
It's posted. I'm telling you, if they see a hint of a military truck, it's a wrap.
Okay. So
any hints of a military truck, it's a wrap. It's so bad out here. You got people not even going to the graduations. You got people not going to certain events. It's that bad out here. They're hiding. I don't even see them out here no more.
Okay. So they must all be gone then. We're done? We can pull back the military?
Hopefully they self-deported.
Gotcha.
Why? So they don't have to go through this torment of having to be detained and having to wait for a court appearance. Just go back home.
Okay,
just
perfect.
go back home and do it the right legal way. Go ahead and go see it. Go do it the right way.
What's
That's
the right
all
way?
I'm asking.
What's the right?
I got friends.
What's the right way? What's the right way?
he's so rude, dude.
The right way is to go through the court systems, the correct way. You know what I'm saying? Whatever is the legal way that everybody that has done it, for over all these years.
Yeah. So
that are,
is going.
He's so rude, dude.
You know that Elon Musk didn't do it the right way, right?
You said what?
Elon Musk didn't do it the right way.
You said what?
Elon Musk.
I don't care about it. Check this out, bro.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I didn't boot him.
I'm not worried about him being a sexual predator. I'm not talking about Trump as far as that goes.
Yeah, so what's the right way, though? So would going over the wall be the right way?
Hold on. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I still got the other video on. I'm sorry.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, that was my fault. I'm sorry. I still had the video playing in the background.
Oh, no problem. So is going over the wall the right way?
Can you repeat your question again?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Is going over the wall the right way?
No, it's not the right way.
What if I were to read you a law that says it is?
There's nothing I won't do.
Please read me a law. Look, I'm open to everything,
bro.
I'm not a closed door person.
No. And I
think, what I'm saying?
you're new to the show.
Yeah.
So you're new to the show. So a lot of people don't understand.
I don't know if he did or not, Karma.
So you're saying that you believe the legal way is to go to the port and check in and do it that way, right?
Yes, I have friends. Friends that have, you know what I'm saying, been they're here now. You know what I'm saying? They
you know what I'm saying?
The legal process.
Yeah.
They got sworn in. Like
so annoying.
Did it the right, correct way.
So what if I were to tell you that you can jump over the wall, come into the country, get caught by ICE, ask for asylum, and that's the legal way to do it? That's still legal. Would you say that you agreed or disagreed with that?
If I give you the exact scenario, which I think anyone who would disagree would be in bad faith. If I give you the exact scenario that you can't disagree with, would you agree with it?
Well, I mean, and that's no different from other people coming over.
I mean, talk about phrasing it exactly.
Okay, well, I'm trying to live here. Without even the asylum part.
But
there's people that are here. There's people that are here that are actually going through the right process. They done went through it all.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They're paying the money, going to go see the courts and judges and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But they came over the right way.
These people are coming over.
There's people that came over. Listen, there's people that came over through the. You know what I'm saying? Came over to say exactly. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
I know exactly what you're talking about. But my thing is.
Who knows, man? There might be a few. That do stuff like that. But I mean, either the argument's a good argument or it's not a good argument. It's really that simple at the end of the day. Either somebody's got a good argument or they don't have a good argument. It's really just that simple.
Go through the process.
But that is the process.
A lot of these people are not even trying to go through the process.
They are going through the process.
A lot of these people are not.
They are going
Asylum.
through
Yeah. Asylum. Yeah, exactly.
They'll get a court hearing and never show up, bro.
No, that's what you're being told. There was an 11.
No, I'm not being told that. I see it all from all sides.
There was an 11.
I see all sides. I see all sides. I'm not one of those people that don't see all sides. I see it all.
Okay.
I see all sides. Stop doing it the wrong fucking way. That's all I'm saying. Go to court.
They are going.
Bingo.
Go to court. Don't go to court one time and don't show up no more.
You keep repeating the same thing over and over again and not letting me talk. All you keep saying is do it the right way, do it the right way, do it the right way, do it. I get it. What I'm telling you is,
do you get it?
They are doing it the right way. They were doing it the right way. You can go over the wall according to U.S. Code, U.S. Title 8, 1158 asylum. You can go over the wall, under the wall, through the wall by water. As asylum, the Attorney General under Biden can say, yes, you can seek asylum here. Then you're given a court date. The court date could be 7 years down the road, but you're going to wait for that court date. That is the right way to do it in this country. So unless you change the law, they are doing it the right way according to our laws.
Okay, so since you're saying, so then why is it such a big deal now about people coming over? What's the issue?
I don't know. What issue are you talking about? You have to tell me. There's still an issue coming over, but the problem is that they did
No,
it.
but no. Okay, this is what I'm saying. I'm saying.
Okay.
Since you know so much about what's going on, right, and you're very adamant about this, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, since you're adamant about this, why is he doing what he's doing? I'm asking you now on the reverse side.
Oh, because Trump
on the reverse side.
Oh, okay.
Why is he doing what he's? Why is he doing what he's doing? Because and now
Trump is using a boogeyman to make you believe that everybody coming over the border are all bad.
Oh, it's the boogeyman.
Your wages are low.
Trump is using the boogeyman. Oh, he's using the boogeyman. Ooh, they're coming for your lox and your cream cheese. They're coming for my Soros money. Can't let them do that.
Oh, and that's the way things are cheap. While he basically doesn't tax the rich, when we can actually use historical data to prove.
Ooh, GS makes my show go off the rails every time he calls in.
Prove that if we
I do, don't I?
More, we were better in the 1950s, 60s, and 70s, where the tax rate was actually at somewhere between 70 to 90% on the rich. But it's easier for him to blame the boogeyman because that's an easy thing for people to fall for, so that he could get elected.
Go ahead, keep talking. I'm just.
What else you want to know?
I'm listening. No, go ahead. I'm listening.
I did.
You're making sense. I'm hearing what you're saying.
But
you're making sense though.
Go
ahead.
I finished my point.
Oh, you're done.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons you asked me a question I answered.
Nah, but because you just stopped in the middle of a boogeyman, and then I thought you had more to say. But okay, I hear what you're saying. But
I think this guy's a low-key troll.
And I'm middle class so far. What you want to say? Lower middle class?
Yeah.
I've actually progressed with him being in office.
No, you progress with him being in office right now?
Yeah.
I love how white liberals like to tell black men what their lived experiences are. Isn't it so refreshing that a white fat vegan of all things, a fat vegan, white, black, I don't know, a fat self-proclaimed vegan, fat, a fat vegan is going to tell a black man what the black man's lived experience is. It's just, you can't write this stuff, Chad.
Yes.
Can you tell me how?
I was able to make more money.
How are you able to make more money? How did you?
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody else that I know keeps talking about, oh man, things ain't good for me. But for me, on my half, shit was good,
how did you make more money? How did you make more money? What do you do?
I was able to make more money, bro. My taxes weren't hit like that no more.
Whoa. Stop.
Whoa.
Came into office.
I didn't say my taxes were never hit. They weren't hit as high as they were.
When
I was able to see more of my money, bro. Like I don't know what people are talking about.
When are you talking about? January the 2020 election? When are you talking? I'm sorry, the 2024 election. Like when? This January? From January to today?
No, bro. Okay. Let me go back.
Yes, please.
His first run in office.
Yes.
Okay. His first run in the office. When he got in the office, I was like, fuck, what the fuck is he doing? You know what I'm saying? We don't need another celebrity in this motherfucker.
Right.
Yes, I felt exactly like that.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Then
I think he's very disrespectful. He says yes a lot, but he's not really actually listening. He's mocking. Right? Yeah. They aren't coming here according to the law because they're breaking international law by crossing multiple boundaries before they ask for asylum.
Out of nowhere, my fucking income became stable. I was not my tax. When I got my paycheck,
yes,
it was more than what I was getting from before.
Uh-oh, we got double Neros.
The same amount, and I don't know why the fucking taxes were less than what they used to be. I don't understand it.
So they passed a temporary tax bill under Trump. I believe 2018. Don't hold me to that. They passed a temporary tax bill for for under Trump. Yes.
Must be a subversive.
So what did that? Okay, no, all right. So you keep. I don't understand the way you talk because like you have something to say and then you just stop.
Yeah, because the minute you start talking, I stop so you can talk.
Okay, so what did this bill do that you're saying that he passed? What was it supposed to do?
One of the things.
And who was it supposed to help?
One of the things it did is it lowered taxes. That's one of the things it did. I have to go over
And
all
that
the
was
other.
that was supposed to help who?
Everybody, rich and poor, lowering taxes.
Well, it helped me out, so.
Sure, but it didn't have to. It didn't down the road. It didn't help the deficit. Down the road, he spent more money for no reason than a lot of other presidents did, which crushed our deficit, which we're paying for now. So the things that he did on an instant gratification scale, we're looking at the results of that now. Still, today. And then COVID was thrown in there too, so you can't really blame inflation on him. But he spent, tons of money on inflation trying to stop COVID. So I don't blame that on either president. That was a result of them trying to, prevent further damage.
Right. I understand that.
Yeah. But the results.
Yeah, go ahead and park. Ain't no school until like August 14th. Yeah, go ahead and get your park on, brother. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem. But also he did tariffs that hurt farmers, so you're probably not a farmer. He did tariffs that we had to bail out the farmers, $28 billion. He started a trade war with China, which eventually started to escalate different type of inflation.
Escalate, not esculate. Escalate,
so like I
not
said, I don't know
esculate.
what industry you're
oh my
in,
God, this guy's a
and you don't tell me.
muppet.
But yes, I've said that he did a tax one.
I'm in that in the port and you know what I'm saying, in that industry, bro.
What industry?
The goods of transportation.
All right, so I'm in logistics.
I'm in that industry.
I'm in logistics also. I have a CDL. I specialize in logistics. I'm a freight broker. I've been a freight broker. I sell truck insurance. I'm a licensed truck insurance. I've been in logistics for over 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
So he's currently in. So what affected you in 2019 if you were in trucking? What affected you in 2019 is early 2019 because of his trade war. He started a.
What affected you? Now I'm going to proceed to answer what affected you. Why ask a rhetorical question if you're just going to turn around and answer for people? Why even ask a man a question in the first place?
Great recession because of the tariffs that he placed on China.
I can't believe this guy actually thinks he's a debater. At least he's got, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know.
In that time. And in early 2019, we gained a freight recession coming out of June of 2018 until 2019.
Yeah, freight recession was because Biden kept all those frickin' freights out there in the water and wouldn't let them disembark their cargo, if I remember correctly.
Look that up, freight recession of 2019. He's also
I understand that.
He's also causing a freight recession now with the tariffs, which is probably affecting different people's pocketbooks and maybe including yourselves.
Isn't it?
Right?
I'm kind of happy for that one. Not to cut you off, but I'm kind of happy about the tariff war against China.
Really?
But I want to. Yeah, I really am.
Why is
I really am.
Because
Why?
It's costing you more money.
Okay, what was? I really don't. Hey,
sure.
Like I said, I don't see it. I don't see what everybody's talking about.
Who pays the tariffs?
It's not affecting me. But this is the reason why
who pays
I'm
the tariffs?
okay with it.
Who pays the tariffs?
You ask me.
Who pays the tariffs? I have to ask this first.
Oh, here we go.
Who pays it?
The consumer. The costs are passed on to the consumer. You don't pay a damn thing unless you actually buy the product, or the product is not allowable to. And who would it affect? If the tariffs are so high and these products are being tariffed through the roof, guess what that means? That means only the rich can afford to pay those exorbitant prices. Well, isn't that what you want? Don't you want to punish the rich for being rich? And the poors, the brokies, guess what they're going to buy? They're going to buy the cheaper American products that aren't tariffed. Isn't that wonderful? So the brokies get to spend more money on their foreign products, and Americans get to buy more American products at a lower cost. And guess who wins? Guess who wins? Oh, the consumer wins. Isn't that awesome?
Pocket initially.
No, it doesn't.
It comes out of their pocket initially, right?
No. Dude, I punch this guy right in his fucking throat if he's standing across from me. I'm sorry, I need soap, chat. This guy is so insufferable, chat. He's so insufferable, chat. Like, it ain't even normal how insufferable this guy is. I think we get rid of that. What else are we gonna get rid of, chat? Get rid of that. Yeah.
Order something from Mexico, order something from China. They go to a Chinese company that Chinese company said, and they say, hey, can you manufacture this widget? And the Chinese company says, yes, it'll cost $100,000. So the Chinese company said,
you know, let me no. I break it down to me on a smaller scale so I can see
I'm breaking it down to the most simple scale I can.
Let's go.
For you to understand. The company says, yes, I'll pay that. And the Chinese says, okay, pay me $100,000 and we'll ship the product. The product lands in the United States. The U.S. government will hold it in the port until the customer here, until the business here pays the U.S. Treasury to get it released from the port. That cost that customer incurred to get that out of there, because it's a cost that was pre-manufacturing, it's going to be added on to the manufacturing of the good that they're making with that product. They're going to pass that on to you and me. Because they can't eat it. So why would they eat that?
Well,
they're going to pass it on.
Yeah, I'm gonna see this through, bro.
To you and me, especially if it's
a product. Are they doing that?
Yes. Why do you,
I don't see it.
You don't see any prices for goods going up?
No, not really. No, you want to talk about eggs?
No, what I'm talking about is if you were to buy truck parts right now, and I can bring people on that are in the trucking industry that have basically said that there are tariff fees associated with the parts to repair their trucks. I get pellets to heat my house. They have sent me a letter that I posted someplace on here. I might still have the letter that basically says because of the tariffs,
I need mana.
Get your pellets now.
Can I get some mana?
Cost onto you.
My goodness.
Different industries out
this
there
is freaking ridiculous.
Onto you. Now that might be small and incremental, but
this is so insufferable, man.
This
game.
Bill, take a look at your electric bill.
Maybe.
Take a look at different bills that you have.
I just need a mana. It might be too late.
Going up for goods. Everybody's complaining about
this
that.
Is
I'm
ridiculous.
You're not. I don't know many people
because like I said, bro, it's not really affecting. It's really not affecting nobody. Y'all just complaining just to be fucking complaining,
no,
bro.
It is affecting people. It is affecting people that are on.
It's not really okay.
Sure,
okay,
if you're
bro.
on a fixed budget,
bro. I'm lower middle class, bro.
This is where I actually tuned in this morning to hear this guy. This guy started dog walking Sage. This guy's based.
It's not fucking affecting me,
so
dog.
The price of goods doesn't affect people. Well, what happens if the price of goods were somebody that you were on a fixed income, like an elderly person who's on Social Security?
Bro,
What if I take the exception and make it the rule? What if I take the exception and make it the rule? What if I do that? What if I take the exception and make it into the rule? I want to take the exception and make it into the rule. What if I did that?
Just said I'm lower middle class. That's a fixed income, bro. It's not messing with me.
So you're not.
I don't know too many people that are fucking struggling behind behind all of this shit.
That's amazing. I'm telling you right now, that's weird because you're telling me that it's not affecting you right now, and that might be possible. But the things that you might
be possible. Once again, you got a white liberal telling a black man what his lived experience is.
The price is going up, and it might take a little bit to affect you, but once it does,
okay, but it's not happening. It's not happening to a lot of people. The only thing that's fucking going up is fucking the price of living as far as rent and shit.
That's
game.
Bro. That's yes. Why do you think that?
Let me ask you this, though. Let me ask you this.
Stop. No.
What is it?
Wait.
No. I'm about to ask you a freaking good-ass question.
Sure,
because
then we're going to go back to the question that I just asked you. But go ahead, because I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let you pivot. I'm not going to let you pivot. So go ahead. Ask me your question.
I'm not going to let you pivot.
When you make a statement, I want to respond to the statement. You said it's not affecting me, but my rent and stuff is going up. Why do you think your rent is going up? Insurance is going up. Why is insurance going up? Because it costs more to repair.
Why are you asking him questions and then proceeding to answer? Oh, my God, this guy. It's bad.
Things. Why does it cost more to repair things? Because it's costing more money to get goods like lumber and things and different types of things because of tariffs.
So
it is
was
affecting
tariffs
you.
that made. Okay, let me ask you this.
Sure.
So it was tariffs that made my rent go up for the past 10 years, every fucking year in LA?
The cost of lots of factors are doing it, but you can't. Lots.
Like every year rent goes up.
Yes.
Since I've been 20 years, you know what I'm saying? Since I've been living out on my own, rent has went up every year, 10%. So that's tariffs doing that?
Again, let me finish. You're just going to repeat the same question over and over again.
That's what he does whenever he doesn't have any argument. Are you going to let me finish, or are you going to just repeat the same thing over and over again?
No, but what you said.
I don't know, Sage. Are you going to let him answer a question that you ask, or is it just always going to be rhetorical questions, Sage?
The rent is not the only thing going up. You're just not noticing it. People that don't make as much of you notice it first before it comes around to middle class people. Poor people notice it first.
I need some cheesy puffs
to continue to buy the products that they have, so they buy less products.
I need some cheesy puffs.
Well, there's lots of factors in regards to that. Right, somebody that might be on a fixed income, like an elderly person who's living on Social Security. That could be
all right. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about able-bodied people that can get your ass up and go work.
Wait a minute. Why do you throw up? When I bring you somebody, why do you pivot away from that? Are those older people not affected? Should we not care about the fact that they're
Yes. I said I'm not talking about them.
Okay,
I do have concerns about them people.
Okay.
I'm talking about able-bodied people that can get your ass up and go do something. Why the fuck are you complaining?
They're not. So some able-bodied people that we want, some of them can't go up and go just do something because there might not be a job.
Notice how Sage's argument is always to appeal to the exception, not the generality, not the masses. Is it just me, or does it seem like he likes the, well, what about this one thing over here? Don't you care about this? Why won't you wear a mask? Do you hate grandma?
That they're qualified for in the area. Is that a possibility? Is that a possibility? Yes or no? Yes or no? Is that a possibility?
They might not be qualified.
Listen, you're making a blanket statement that every
No, I'm not. I'm just laughing because you have an excuse for everybody, bro.
Because you make a blanket statement.
No, I don't. Get your ass up and go work, bro. That's all it is. If you gotta go work two fucking low income jobs, then do what you gotta do.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? Tighten up your bootstraps. You know what I'm saying? Stop running around here. Oh, woe is me.
Why are you middle class?
I need help.
Why are you middle?
Like, come on, yo.
Why are you middle class and not rich? Is it because you're lazy? I think it's because you're lazy. It's either you're lazy.
Oh yes. I am going to say that.
Oh, what happened, Sage? What happened? Did you engage a logically sound black man who doesn't run away from the fact that if he's not successful, it's not because the white man's keeping him down like you would argue, Sage. It's because he would consider himself lazy to a degree. And he said, yes, that's exactly what I would say. That the reason why I'm not upper middle class or rich is because I'm lazy. And not because I'm lazy to the point where I don't want to get a job at all. It's just I'm not pushing myself as hard as somebody that might work that hard in order to achieve that status.
Yes. Because I have not reached where I need to be at. Yes. So yes, I am being lazy.
Okay.
Wow.
So you're lazy.
Wow, it's almost like he's being logically consistent, Sage. Something you should really try doing.
Lazy or uneducated.
I can do better. Yes, okay. I can.
Okay.
Am I saying I'm good where I'm at?
Yeah.
No, okay. I'm not.
So I understand.
But I'm working towards it, bro.
So I understand.
I'm not complaining. I'm not saying I can't do this. I need a handout. I need help. No, I'm not asking for a damn thing, bro.
I don't know why you got on this conversation. We got on the fact that prices are going up and it affects.
Well, don't try to pivot away now that he's kicking your ass with logic, reason, and evidence, buddy. Don't run from the dick. Take it.
Poor people first, and you turn that into a poor people asking for more money, and you pivoted. Like, that has nothing to do with the conversation. I told you, stop.
Okay,
stop,
okay. I'll check this out. This is what we're going to do.
Stop it.
Stop what?
Stop talking. I'm talking. I'm talking. Cut me off again, and I'm booting you. All right,
bro.
I gave him a chance.
He's getting me to tell him, grow up, man.
Hold on 1 second. Then nobody is saying that people are reaching out.
That's a good one.
Saying, "Hey, I need more money." That wasn't the point we were bringing. That wasn't the point we were talking about. The point was, if you raise tariffs, if the price of goods go up,
yeah, I agree.
And you put this tax on these businesses, and they pass
that
it
was
on.
base.
The first people that feel that is the poor people. And yes, I don't know.
We gotta protect the proletariat from the bourgeoisie. This guy's 100% Leninist, Marxist. He's a Bolshevik Jew.
Why he thinks the price of goods are not going up. Does anybody in the chat think that the price of goods are going down or they're not going up? Let me know. Maybe I'm crazy. How's it going, Zen? How can I help you?
Easy push.
Wait, what?
Yes. Can you hear me? You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. What's going on, brother?
What? Oh man. I'll be real with you, Chief. I kind of was just watching this on YouTube, and I was like, "What's this link do?" And now I'm here.
Now you're here. Did you vote for Donald Trump? Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah.
No, sir. I was just seeing the discourse going on, man, and I don't want to detract from the other dude's statement any, but yeah, I work in a grocery store, and
prices are going
a
up.
good way they bump up prices without you ever noticing is during a big sale. Whenever they do their planogram of sales, they'll bump the base price up while keeping the sales price underneath what the original price was. So then whenever it goes off sale, you don't notice it went up, but it has.
Oh, that makes sense. I did not know that. So our price is going up?
Yeah. You know, theater candy boxes, you can get at almost any grocery store for $1.
No, unfortunately I don't.
Yeah, he's about the drama.
Great. What about produce?
Yeah, produce is pretty bad. They take a lot of losses on that, and that gets taken right to the customer as well.
Probably not showing
Another
up
thing
as,
you don't see much anymore is like fruits, mangoes.
Yeah.
I look for
That's
mangoes.
true.
I rarely see them in, like, they get them in, not often.
Oh, really? Because they're just not getting them. Is it because possibly stuff isn't getting picked as quickly? Because most of my stuff seems to be rotting a lot faster. Like, I bought avocados
That's true.
Sunday, and I'm already throwing them away. That's not normal. But it's like maybe they were there at the store longer. I don't know. Like, normally, I buy avocado for my burrito, and they weren't there. So.
Yeah, though, Chief, they have been a little bit more stuff sitting around.
You know, brother,
there has been a little bit more.
You should. I'm gonna do this real quick. You should join my Discord because I have questions for you. But hang on let me do this. Invite people. Let me do this. I'm gonna put this in the private chat, and then
I'm gonna fast forward this a little bit.
Second here. Private Discord.
Sir,
teach me a lesson, but stay on point is all I ask. And if you talk over the top of me, I'm eventually just gonna say whoa, and if you don't let me continue, to finish my point, and you just want to talk over the top of me, I'm gonna boot you. And I know some people that I ended up
This is ridiculous with the mana, dude.
comment section because I kept telling him to call in, and he would never call in, so I just blocked him. But if you are blocked, I might have got in trouble.
No mana again. I mean, just
they might have spotted me.
Absolutely ridiculous, man. What is going on?
Stage Outcast.
I'm not allowed to win. I win one, lose two. Win one, lose two.
Calling into your show.
Yes, you're on the show.
Okay. I think the prices are going off compared to the last administration. The tariffs has made
It's not lasting long at all. You're right, rats.
The previous gentleman that said, "Oh, he doesn't feel anything," because we voted Trump in to help with the economy, but he just made it worse with the tariffs. We are paying for the tariffs. He's giving tax costs to the corporation, and the only thing he's doing, he's just pushing things down the hill, and we are going to feel it. I don't know. Like, America is lost, plus the Epstein files, everything. He was sent to drain the swamp. He has become like the swamp, so it's really disappointing. Things like the economy is gone. America can never get back to the way it is because of. We put Donald Trump there to destroy that.
I didn't hang up on him, but I appreciate the call in. Let me turn this back on. I appreciate the call. He was not liking Trump. He believed he voted for him to do things that he's not doing. Let's just try to see if we can ask to go in at the front door here. Phone lines are open. Sonia.
His number 856-600-4654. Sage Outcast. I have questions.
Also,
stop trying to give us Chinese jobs.
Stop trying to give us Chinese jobs. I don't want any Chinese jobs. Sage Outcast.
Hey, hello?
Yes.
Hey, I'll tell you this, man.
I agree, Rats.
Running the country right. I'll run this country different.
Would you?
First,
good. I'm looking for non-Trump supporters. I'm looking for non-Trump supporters. I'm looking for Trump supporters. Do you support Trump?
Hello.
Yes. Do you support Trump?
You hear me? Did I what?
Do you support Trump?
So I didn't vote for him, but I mean, I support most of the things that have happened. I actually have issues with some things that have happened these past 6 months, but.
So what do you support that he did?
What do I support, you said?
Yeah, what did you support that he did? You said you support some of the things that has happened. So
yes.
What are you supporting?
So I'm okay with, I support the deportation of illegal immigrants. And I am also, I was hearing you're not a fan of tariffs, but I actually am a fan of tariffs.
Sure.
And if you'd like to get into that, we can.
Who pays the tariff?
There we go.
Who pays the tariff? No, I'm aware that the company that is purchasing those goods is paying the tariff.
Yes.
But what the gist of it is the reason that a lot of these companies or even businesses exist in foreign countries is because they off-ship the labor to where they could be paying these people pretty much slave wages. And sure. I'm all for American businesses being supported by other people. And
yeah, what's a slave? What's a slave?
All right, folks. So after this show is over, I'm going to be taking my old man nap. So we'll be taking a break here pretty soon. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in or out, and we'll catch you probably tonight around 5, where I'm going to be doing. I'm planning on doing State of Decay 2. So unless I really enjoy laying around and lounging and enjoying my retirement, you should see me around that time.
Slave wage. How much is a slave wage?
I'm saying that more in reference to what a normal wage is here in America, where American workers can't compete with that.
Okay, so what's a slave wage? So anything under what American
I'd say
makes?
if you're working for $10 less an hour, that's a slave wage.
Perfect. So you want to pay somebody in India $10 American an hour?
Do I want to?
Yeah, like if would it be okay?
Well,
Obviously,
in my ideal world, we don't really buy much from India in these countries. We just kind of buy what they're special in. No, they're good. I'm talking to someone on the phone.
What?
No, one of my coworkers who thought I was talking to him.
Yeah, so basically you want everybody to make $10 an hour.
Around the world?
Yeah.
I mean, no, I don't really want American stuff being shipped off, so I'm not saying I'm okay with it, but if those workers were being paid okay wage, like a wage that is comparable to ours, those goods wouldn't be as cheap, and these companies wouldn't be buying from overseas.
So you want everything to be more expensive?
What?
I'm not saying I want it to be, but that's just the way it is.
Okay, so you want iPhones to be more expensive.
He's so dishonest, chat. He's so dishonest. He just smuggles stuff in all the time, bro. It's so bad. He's so dishonest, chat.
So made in America and more expensive. You want everything to be more made in America. So where do we make bananas?
What's up, Karma?
Where do we get bananas?
So that's
Back from watering plants. Nice. God watered my plants today.
I am, though, okay with not having tariffs with goods and services that the United States does not have.
Gotcha.
But the reason that we don't currently have a lot of these systems is because in the 90s, we shipped off a lot of our factories and a lot of businesses to overseas work.
So who is the first largest manufacturer in the world? Which country?
Who's the first?
Yes.
I'm going to say either the United States or China. I'm not sure.
Well, who do you believe the first would be? China, right?
Yeah, I would probably say China.
Who's the second largest? Who's the second largest manufacturer in the world?
Who's the second?
Yes.
I can't be United States. I'm not going to act like I know what we're talking about.
Okay, so the answer is the United States. You're correct. So if we shipped out all of our manufacturing jobs, how are we the second largest manufacturer in the world?
Because we're still a very powerful country. What? Yeah, it's all the way back here.
Okay, so who's the richest country in the world?
Who's the richest in terms of what?
Money.
Moving
Who's the
goalposts.
largest money in the world? Who has the most money in the world?
The United States, I'm pretty sure, has the largest yearly GDP.
Yeah, I want you to think about that. So So you think we're doing it wrong if we're the richest country in the world?
Oh goodness, Karma.
I'm saying we could be even better.
We could be even better. How do you? So obviously you don't own your own business, do you?
No, I work for a oil company.
What makes you work for an oil company?
Uh-oh. Triggered. Hashtag trigger warning. You're the enemy. Oil is murder.
Mm-hmm. Oh, perfect. So, how is that? Well, we'll talk about that drill, baby, drill thing in a minute, because I got another oil field guy back here someplace. So, do you believe that? Have you ever heard the term you want to be a master at something? Like, I specialize in moving overdimensional
40,000 hours.
Oil field tanks to job sites. So I specialize in fiberglass and round tanks. Because I specialize in that, I make good money doing that.
I make very good money for what I do.
Perfect. So why don't you do everything? Why do we specialize in things? So and let me explain this. So you believe we could make what job do you want to bring back to the United States? Which Chinese job do you want to bring back?
Car manufacturing. I'm not saying that's Swiss Chinese.
There's no car manufacturing. There's the car manufacturing that we're doing.
Oh, here we go.
We only have 340 million people in this country. So if you owned a business, and you were in a construction business, but you only had 50 people, okay?
I'm going to give you a hypothetical scenario that is going to be so tailored and precise that only a crazy person would not answer it the way I think they should answer it.
Would it be better for you to go to Lowe's to get the wood from Lowe's, or would it be better to send your people to the woods and cut down the trees
about
and
20
take it
minutes.
to the lumber mill?
20 minutes from your house? Wow.
If you're going to try to say
Well, stay safe, Karma.
in Canada, we actually
No,
don't.
I
We
want
need
you
to
to.
get a
You know what?
majority-
I have a different question for you. I have a different question, a completely separate question. All right? Are you ready for the question?
Let's hear it.
Okay.
Imagine you didn't have breakfast this morning. How would that make you feel?
If I didn't have breakfast this morning.
Ah,
I feel great.
damn you! Of course you didn't answer. You know how I knew you would answer that way? Do you know how I knew you would answer that way? Because that's not the question I asked you. The question I asked you is, how would it make you feel? But when I asked you about the lumber thing,
According to Ben Shapiro, facts don't care about your feelings.
you immediately said, if you're trying to say that we get most of our lumber from Canada, then
Oh, is my opponent going to rope me? That's bad manners.
that's not the question I asked you. So either you can't.
well, I apologize.
No, you don't have to apologize.
I made these
No, you don't have to
I made it-
apologize. There's no need to debate. Because the question you fall into a fallacy that either you don't listen to what I say or you can't process what I say, so you're never going to respond properly to the questions that I ask you. So I'm going to have to move on. Okay, but I appreciate the call.
No.
All right. Did you see how that worked?
Wow.
Did anybody backstage? No. Did you guys see how that worked? It literally worked. The minute he said to me, I asked him, if you had 50 people and you were in the construction business, would it be more profitable for you to get the wood from your lumber and your wood from Home Depot, or for you to send your people to go to the woods and chop down the trees? His answer was, if you're trying to say no, I just want you to pay attention to the question that I asked you and not move down the road.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of variables, right? It depends. How big is my company? Is my company going to need a lot of wood over a long period of time? Would it benefit my company to invest in a sawmill and get that whole situation sorted, source clear-cutted wood in order to get our own lumber, get a warehouse in order to store and let the lumber age? Is this just a one-time kind of job where I need a particular specialized bit of wood? Yeah, then it'd be more convenient to go to Lowe's or Home Depot, right, to pick up my wood. I mean, you ask a question, a wide open question, but then you want it narrowly and precisely tailored to the answer you're looking for. Objection, Your Honor. Leading. Objection, Your Honor. Argumentative. Objection, Your Honor. This counsel is a Muppet.
So I asked him the question, the breakfast question, that says the following question. If you didn't have breakfast this morning, imagine you didn't have breakfast this morning, how would that make you feel? His answer was, I didn't have breakfast this morning. That wasn't the question I asked you. This is a problem when debating. This is a problem when going back and forth. If somebody asks me a specific question, I focus on the specific question and I answer.
No, you don't. I said to you, the summer of love. Do you remember me talking about the summer of love? And then you said, well, what about J6? Wait, was that you focusing on the question I asked you and dealing with the absolute vast majority of the violence currently is coming from the left and towards the right and towards the state, so to speak, towards order? That and I said very specifically the vast majority of the political violence is coming from left-leaning sources. I didn't say where it was going necessarily, but I said where it's coming from. And then you immediately wanted to throw what you perceive to be the right being violent with an example of J6, which I don't grant. But even if I did grant that was one example, I can show you a plethora of examples of the opposite being true, that the left is the one that has a preponderance, not only a preponderance, not a plurality, but a vast majority of the violence comes from the left.
We talked about this yesterday. I literally explained this to a guy yesterday. Let me turn the phones back on. Now you guys know the answer to the breakfast question. Phones are on, Sonia.
His number 8.
Oh, Jesus. Breakfast question, Sage speaking. How may I direct your call? This is Sage.
Hey, man.
Hey. Can you hear me?
First off, I'd like to say the game was definitely a good game. I'd recommend it. And Xbox is definitely a good choice. But what I'd like to talk about a little bit more today is immigration.
Okay.
I personally think, I do support Trump, by the way. I do support Trump on that, but I personally think what he's doing with immigration and deportation right now.
It's going to be Unideck.
So what is the final outcome then? If we're just deporting them all, what makes you think they won't come back when Trump's gone? Because Trump ran in 2016 on the same immigration policy, right? Trump said that all the immigrants were here and we got to get rid of all the criminals and they're all bad people and they're all our words and they're all that, right? That was his 2016 policy. You remember that one?
Yeah.
Okay, and he won.
Yeah.
And then he did nothing, basically. Nothing got done, right? Because obviously we had the same problem with Biden.
Nothing got done?
Yeah.
He did a couple of things, but...
Sure. Well, but we had the same, he ran on that, and so it didn't get fixed. So over 8 years, it hasn't been fixed. So my quick question is, what if you believe Trump's policy, and you believe in Trump's policy of deporting them all, and there's no other outcome to this, basically, what makes you think they're not just all going to come back when Trump is out of the office?
Fear.
Fear of what?
Fear of coming back.
Well, there's no fear in this country.
Again.
There's no fear in this country. They're not, fear of what? Why Trump's not there? Fear of what? We can't beat them to death. We can't just, hang them in the middle. There's no fear. Oh my God, I'm so terrified of being put on a bus and taken away again. Well, we did that before. So what makes you think fear?
All right, I'm going to speed this up a little bit because it's starting to melt my brain.
Okay.
I mean,
if you support his policy.
Listen, bud. Listen. See,
He said he fixed it. He said it was the best immigration policy. Best immigrant situation ever. He had deported them all. They were all gone. And I guess they all came back the next 4 years. And now Trump's trying to get them all out of here again, doing the same thing he did the first time, just on a larger scale with no changes. So where's the insanity begin? We're doing the same thing over and over again. So I'm just asking, what makes you think that what he's doing now is what fear? Let me turn the phones back on. Just asking you guys. Next. Sonia.
His number 856.
Jesus, Sonia. Speak faster. Sage Outcast, Sonia's boss.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi. Thanks for answering my call.
No problem. I get right now I'm at 80 calls, so sometimes I don't get to everybody, but go ahead.
No, it's all good. Can you start where you want us to go? Where I want us to go is a little unity in the end. Because I think that coming from the left and coming from the right, really people need to come together about this stuff.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
The what?
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Well, sort of, kind of. I voted for RFK, but I assume he ended up in the administration.
True. So, do you support Donald Trump's policies, or not policy, but do you support Donald Trump?
So I thought that Donald Trump would be better for the country than Kamala Harris would, but I don't really subscribe to being some kind of Trump follower, loyalist, cultist.
So why did you think he would be better? So wait, let me think. I get this straight. So you're not a cultist. You're not a Trump cultist, but you thought that Trump would be better for the country after everything he was saying and knowing what he did during his last administration and everything he was saying he was going to do under this administration, you thought he would be better.
Yeah, of course. Because I also saw what the administration in between his terms did too.
What did they do?
Well, I mean, they did just as much screwing with the country as Donald Trump did.
Can you give me an example?
But the difference between the administrations is left-wing people don't get mad or revolt against their own politicians.
Left-wing people don't revolt against their own politicians. Okay.
Yeah, a pretty good example would be the Epstein files. I could go to any left-wing website right now today. They're going to be talking about it. They're going to be demanding those files in droves. It's going to be a big conversation.
Why do you think that
But
is?
it wasn't 4 years ago.
Why do you think that
Well,
is?
I think that's because Donald Trump is in office.
I agree, Rats.
You don't think it's because Donald Trump and his people basically said that this has to come out and that the Democrats are on this list and people like his
Apparently, yeah.
This list has to come out and people need to see this? Donald Trump Jr.?
Yeah, Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah, Donald Trump was the catalyst. He put it in the zeitgeist again, which was good for the country.
You don't think it had to do with fueling the fire of QAnon and that type of mentality of the saving the babies and the Epstein list and everybody's a pedo and everybody's bad and you don't think it was the QAnon fueling to help him win the election that caused that anger?
I think Jeffrey Epstein ran a child rape ring so that he could blackmail and hold on to power in sectors of our culture, both politically, scientifically, in the media, all over the place. And I think there's pretty ample evidence to suggest that this is a cover-up and not a left-wing Democratic hoax.
I agree.
And I think that it's good that we're all coming together about it right now.
Yeah, but I'm still trying to figure out like which policy you voted for Donald Trump because you thought he would run the country better, and you didn't like the policy from the left. But can you give me any example of a policy from the left that you didn't like that ran the country into the ground?
The invasion over the last 4 years is a pretty big thing.
What invasion? Wait, hang on. What invasion? What invasion are you talking about? Ukraine?
No. Southern border invasion, about 10 million people crossing over illegally.
That's not an invasion. That's not an invasion.
I do also suppose it wasn't illegally because they used a phone app.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Do you understand?
But there were about 10 to 20 million people.
Invaders don't come pick your crops.
They're not picking my crops. They're sitting in hotel rooms in Chicago.
They're not. They're picking your crops.
No, they're absolutely sitting in hotel rooms in Chicago.
Let me ask a question. Can I ask a question? Why is Donald Trump raiding farmland if they're sitting in hotels?
Because his deportation numbers are low.
No, so then that makes sense. I just told you they're picking crops. You said no, they're not. Wouldn't it be easier to invade a hotel rather than farmlands? If you're telling me that they're not, I asked you they're picking crops. You said they're not picking in crops. You said they're sitting in hotels, and then I said, well, why are they invading farmlands? And you said because the deportation numbers are low. So that would insinuate that he is doing it to find far more.
That would insinuate? That would be an entailment. Insinuate? An insinuation is something that you're accusing somebody of something. You're not making a statement that's obvious, that follows logically. My God, this guy just uses words like he doesn't understand, dude. He's a Muppet.
In people that are picking our crops to get his numbers up.
So let me make a distinction here. The immigrants that are out picking the crops are immigrants that have been utilizing a program that farmers have been using for years and years and years and years and years to have them come over to pick the crops.
Then why is Donald Trump raiding the farmlands?
Those people did not show up at the southern border in the last 4 years and demand asylum.
Sure they did.
No, I mean, maybe there could be some layover.
I can bring on.
Let's not pretend they're the same exact person.
I can bring on asylum seekers if you want. I know some. I know them.
I'm sure you do.
Before. They can explain to you that, yes, they did. The people that are here that are undocumented have jobs. Undocumented had contributed billions of dollars to our into our taxes. They work. And because I don't understand, here's the why I don't understand this. Maybe you can explain this to me. I get this, that we have to stop bringing in all these illegals because all these illegals are taking our jobs. So either they're taking our jobs or they're sitting in hotel rooms. But you're going to have to decide which point you're going to run on, because you're running on points that contradict yourself. So are they taking our jobs?
Can you play back the clip where I said they're taking our jobs?
No.
I don't remember saying that.
All the MAGA people.
No, all the MAGA people. See, I thought he said, "Oh, don't make general sweeping statements," as he proceeds to make a general sweeping statement. Understand, you're dealing with a Muppet. The guy is he is clearly now a moron. I am 100% convinced the guy is a moron. He's a moron, and I don't mean that in a negative way, other than to say that his IQ is that of a moron.
All the MAGA people either give me the fact that they're taking our jobs or they're sitting in hotel rooms. So if they're sitting in hotel rooms, how are they affecting you?
Well, still, okay, hold on.
Yeah.
I am not all the MAGA people, and also the people picking the crops are not 10 to 20 million people that just came in.
So yes, they are.
There's a little bit of a problem with overlay here.
Yeah, but I can give you other jobs. I just picked that one job. But a lot of them who have come over here have jobs.
Yeah. Okay. In fact, some of these deportations have affected my work area specifically. I know that.
Well,
I know that American
you're the one that
employers are.
Then how are you telling me they're all sitting in hotel rooms? You just keep contradicting yourself.
He didn't say all.
No, I didn't say anything about jobs.
You said they're all
about the jobs.
Okay, so you said they're all sitting in hotel rooms. I said they're working. You said no, they're not.
Sorry, did I say all?
Okay, so which ones are you? So the one.
Again, another dude has to correct this Muppet on nobody said all. I mean, talk about a straw man. Oh, who would even argue this guy at this point in time anymore?
Ones in the hotel rooms you want deported, but the ones that are working you're not. So if you're an illegal sitting in a hotel room right now, we're going to have to deport you. But if you're out there working, we're not going to. You're fine. Is that what you're saying?
That's a good start.
Okay, so what if they're in hotel rooms? Can you show me why isn't Donald Trump going to the hotel rooms and deporting them first?
Do you want me to pull up the enforcement raids that have been happening in Chicago and Los Angeles and New York?
From the hotel rooms?
He kind of has been doing that.
So
he's been doing that.
So those are legal citizens that are documented that are just sitting in hotel rooms doing nothing else. Can you show me that evidence?
Wow.
That he's pulling them from hotel rooms, or that he's pulling them from Lowe's parking lots?
He's doing both. I mean, he's not just going to Lowe's parking lot.
Okay, so then show me.
He's going to a field where none of them are even at.
Show me where
he's going anywhere he can to try to
show me where
them.
he's kicking in hotel rooms and grabbing the ones from hotel rooms. Yes, show me that. Tell me where to Google that. I'll Google it right now. Where do I Google? Hotel raids? Hotel immigration raids?
Let's do Chicago. Let's do Chicago immigration enforcement 2025. Let's see what we come up with. Chicago immigration enforcement.
Yes, I want to know where they're going, and they're pulling the people out of the hotel rooms.
Okay, these actions include planned raids or part of a border effort. Increase key aspects, increase enforcement. Let's see, large-scale raids.
Get back to me on that. You can call in later. Get back to me that. Get me that. Find that, because the blanket statement situation is a problem, because we're like, hey, all these guys, all of them are in the hotels. I'm like, well, then why are they raiding farmlands? Well, because the farmers. Okay. I mean, I ask questions why they're raiding farmers, they're raiding businesses, they're raiding job sites, they're raiding construction sites. These are the raids we're seeing. Yeah, but they're just not working. They're just staying in hotels, 20 million of them. That's not true. They have jobs. No, it's not. I'll answer it. Ice Center, Sage speaking. How may I direct your call?
Am I on?
Yes. Do you support Donald Trump?
No, there's only one thing I do, though.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
All right, call in if you support Donald Trump. I don't know what the one thing you do is, because that made me nervous. Sage speaking.
He's a twitchy little fella, ain't he? He's a twitchy little fella, ain't he?
Of Ukraine. I think he does. At the start of it, when Zelensky came to office, and he got on Zelensky's ass. I want to know what you think about that.
That he got on Zelensky, I think he looked like a goofball. He looked like somebody who had no idea what they're talking about. He was looking for Zelensky to beg, and Zelensky didn't beg because Zelensky wants things for his country, and he was standing up for his country and making decisions based on his country. And Trump wanted him to kneel and grovel.
But don't you see, like, Zelensky kind of got himself in that situation?
No.
Because Zelensky is the one at fault, though.
He's at fault because he got invaded by Russia? Maybe. If I were to call you, if I were to call you a bunch of things and then you punch me in the face, I guess it's my fault. Sure, maybe. I don't know.
You know when the war started?
Wow, he's so bad faith.
Crimea and they annexed Crimea.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I believe 2014, right? 2015.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But you know how that all came apart, though, right?
Came apart or came about?
Came about. Sorry.
I just want to make sure because it was two different statements. Basically, I don't know how it came about.
He's got a delay. He's got a delay, so
undercover people to basically overthrow the election. Soldiers and stuff.
You could go about a bunch of different ways of saying how it started.
Okay, then I don't know which one you're picking.
Ukraine bombed, Donbass, right?
They bombed their own area?
Well, that was the area that was voting whether they wanted independence or to be part of Ukraine.
Okay.
And they voted against being part of Ukraine, and Ukraine didn't take it. They didn't accept this officially, so they bombed them.
Yeah, because Russia went in, right, with their people.
Oh, that's the story.
And stood there in front of poll booths, to basically say, "Hey, vote to leave." Do you believe that was a free and fair election?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Oh, where's your video of that happening?
On behalf of Ukraine, when Russia went in there with their military and basically stood there and said, "Okay, go vote," and then next thing you know, everybody voted for.
Allegedly in Minecraft.
To be honest, I don't think it's any of our government's business because we have gotten in so much shit with other countries.
Well, why? So you think Russia should take Ukraine?
I don't.
Why does he ask? Why does he preface questions as if somebody made a statement they didn't actually frickin' make, dude? Like, no, I think what I'm saying is what I'm saying. Why do you keep trying to fill in blanks, bro? Like, I mean, nothing more irritating. Nothing is more irritating than that. I said what I said. So you think this? Did I say that? Talk about jumping to conclusions. Man, this guy is insufferable.
It's not up to us, that's for sure.
Really? You don't think so? Even though we signed the Budapest Amendment to protect them against nuclear powers, you don't think we should defend that or stand by our word?
Now that's a good one, though. That is a good one because we did agree to help them.
Yeah.
But
so we shouldn't stand by our word as a country?
We're not there helping them, though. We're not actually there. We're just sending them stuff.
Well, we didn't say how we had to help them, but you don't think we should stand by our word and help Ukraine when being attacked by a nuclear power? You don't think we should stand by our word as a country?
What?
We could. I mean, we should, but I don't feel like it applies the same when they provoke.
So let me ask a question. So if Russia took over Ukraine and controlled that whole area, would that be good for the United States or bad for the United States?
I'm sorry, you broke up one more time.
No problem.
Sorry.
If Russia took over Ukraine and took over that whole area of Ukraine, would that be good for the United States or bad for the United States?
It wouldn't be good for Ukraine.
It'd be bad. It'd be bad for a lot of aspects, right?
Yeah, and the United States would lose a lot of how do I say it? Beneficial things.
Yeah, we'd lose a
ton. Yeah, like
we'd
fertilizer.
Literally lose the breadbasket of the West, allowing Russia and China to be able to grow enough food to prepare for any type of war or conflict from us. They would basically control that whole area and be able to sway countries like Egypt and Middle East countries to vote with them because they could use food as a leverage point to vote different ways with UN votes. Because they could say, well, we can give you cheap food or you'll have to get your food from America, which would be sent over by boat and cost you way more, which would cause an inflationary aspect to countries like Egypt. That they could sway that. I mean, that's a vital point in basically not allowing Russia and China to basically take over half the planet and eventually crush us in regards to votes and other countries and things like that. So is it beneficial overall for us to be able to say, here, Ukraine, here's some weapons, please don't lose because even the United States depends on you? And that's why we don't have to send our own troops over there? Or should we just say, hey, we shouldn't get involved. Go ahead and do it. It's none of our business. Go ahead and take that area. No big deal, which is kind of more beneficial for us.
Well, I think where the problem comes in is that we're using Ukrainian lives to fight
correct
our opposition.
Sure, and we would lose lots of other lives if Russia was just allowed to go in there and take that over, right? I mean, it's a war. It's a conflict that Russia...
Yeah, I agree, Karma.
If we were not to send anything, are you saying there would be more lives lost?
Yeah, if we didn't do anything and Russia went in there and took over, there would eventually be more lives because that would give Russia and China access to food growth and energy for their soldiers and natural gas pipelines to be able to benefit financially to basically become more stronger than the United States, which might cause us to enter into a global conflict.
I mean, he's not, as much as I hate to say it, he's not wrong about what he's saying. I mean, from a tactical level, there's some intelligence there.
Where we're all fighting. Right? And I understand that I don't want, do I want lives to be, do I want
a race
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
between the three countries. I don't really view it as like a race between America, China, and Russia, even though that's really what's going on. There's obviously
It's 100%
like with Taiwan.
It's 100% what's going on. It also views us as what we call a paper tiger. So we could basically sit here and say, the United States isn't as strong as they are. Well, the reason we have a global reserve currency is the fact that people believe we are that strong. We are a strong military. We do need stuff to do like freedom of navigation patrols to keep trade flowing because we're the reserve currency. People invest in our dollar. So the minute we're looked at as not a strong country and Russia is able to walk into Ukraine and take it from us even though we tried to assist, that could be a bad thing. Now, not only do they mentally basically control superiority.
Why is this thing flying?
Superiority and positioning into Ukraine that controls a lot of natural gas and be able to feed natural gas to a lot of different countries, which would also eliminate our natural gas exports.
I didn't realize that.
Away,
All vehicles.
and
Interesting.
may lose a lot of business over here.
I've seen that Europe has been struggling the most with the war, and it's controversial. Well, Trump said that we did blow up the Nord Stream, sort of hinted towards it.
I don't believe we did.
And that's what he hinted towards. Because we had to get support for Ukraine, and at that time, Europe was really not interested in that because they were getting gases from the pipeline.
Yeah, I don't believe it. I believe Russia blew up their own pipeline because they were not receiving gases from the pipeline from the Nord Stream. That it had not been certified by Germany and approved to receive gases. Because they invaded Ukraine, they said, we're not going to take that gas, so we're not going to do that pipeline. To them, it was a useless pipeline that they didn't need right at that point anymore. And it was better for them to blow that up because it caused our natural gas prices to skyrocket. It caused a lot of insurance to go up to shipping things, and it brought a ton of higher prices for natural gases, both to
Yeah, listen, James, I responded to your message already. That Zephyr chick, she's a synagogue of Satan. She's a witch. She does tarot cards. She's evil. Claims that you were creeping on young females. Really? That's interesting. Yeah. So the question is, James, I mean, do you support Finkel or do you support my channel? I'm just curious, like, how does it benefit me, James Stern, when you're over there trying to see what drama's going on over there to come into my channel and bring that drama here? I mean, I'm over here having peace and kind of just listening to some debate and stuff like that. And they're being degenerates over there, Mr. Stearns. And it seems to me like you're attracted to drama, James Stearns. So I think you should go over there and hang out where all the drama is. I don't know. I don't know how that's really benefiting me to know that there are people lying about me, because that's what they always do. I appreciate you. I guess I appreciate you letting me know about it. But I mean, do you support them or do you support me? And if you support me, why are you giving them the watch hours? I guess that would be my question. Does that make sense? I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I support this channel content creator over here and then go watch everyone else while the content creator's live and then still claim that I support them. No, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but think about what I'm saying, right? Like every time I turn around, my notifications go out. And most of these people that say they support me aren't in my channel. They're actually over watching these hate channels, these troll channels, to see what's being said about me. So it does make me kind of ask a question or two every now and then, right? It makes me go, okay, well, hold on now. Do they support me? Or are they just there for the drama, to watch people crash out in order to create chaos? Are they agents of peace or are they agents of chaos? So, I mean, I have to ask myself those questions. No problem, James Stern. I appreciate the heads up. I did respond to your message on the Facebook, but good looking out, man. So I'm asking the question. I mean, I've been live since I don't know, we're going on almost 3.5 hours now, and you're in Finkel's channel, and I'm over here for the last 3.5 hours. and you bring it to my attention that someone's talking smack about me because you're over there watching them. That's what you want. You're seeking drama. I'm not really necessarily seeking drama. I'm seeking to learn and to educate myself. So listen, the internet's a huge place. There's millions of channels for people to go watch what they're interested in watching. I'm not interested in all the drama. That's my argument. My argument is I'm less interested in the drama than I am in learning something or exploring or seeing if somebody's logic follows. Trolls and evil people are going to do evil troll things. And at the end of the day, I'm not suing anybody, or at least it hasn't come to my purview that I'm planning on suing anyone for saying slanderous or maligning character things and or character assassination against me. So I have to ask myself at some point in time, is knowing these things a net benefit to me, or is it actually damaging my spirit? So I appreciate, yeah, I understand your heart's in the right place, but your attention seems to be where the drama is. So I would invite you to go back to the drama and have a good day, sir. Because that's what you're interested in the train wreck. I'm interested in learning. I'm interested in God. I'm interested in human connections and stuff. This whole watching the world burn because I like the way the flames dance in my eyes, I'm really not interested in. I'm just saying. Okay, no, you don't have to justify it to me. You don't owe me an explanation at all, brother. You really don't. And I'm sorry if it feels like I'm coming at you sideways with this, but I keep having people say that they support me, yet when I'm live, they're in the hater channels. It's kind of interesting to me, but thank you very much.
To Europe and to the United States just by the threat of what Russia was going to do back if they found out we did blow up the pipeline. But I do have to sign off because I normally go to 8 to 10, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm going to do Friday now. But I do appreciate the call. I hope you become a subscriber, and I hope to see you again. Yep, you too. Thanks so much. That being said.
All right, looks like this show's over as well, and I appreciate you all. Thank you for hanging out, and it's been fun. It has been fun, chat. It's been a good time. Again, I apologize, James Stern, if I came at you sideways. I don't like it when people, try to drag drama into my life. I got so many freaking problems. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, I'm not sure what's to be done about a lot of this stuff, right? At the end of the day, if there's nothing really I'm going to do about it, if they're not breaking TOS, if I'm not going to sue them, does it benefit me to know that they're lying about me? Because that's pretty much what they've been doing ever since I called Ryder out on his bullshit. I've had a never-ending string of evil people going out of their way to try to malign me. Never ending. And I expect it. Enjoy your old man nap. Yes. By the way, this has nothing to do with you, James. I said as soon as that show was over, I was going to take a break. Evil's going to do what evil's going to do. At the end of the day, that woman is Synagogue of Satan 100%. She's a tarot card reader. She's all into like witchcraft and stuff like that. She's all about the bad spirits, and I rebuke her in the name of Jesus. If God be for me, who can stand against me? No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Faithful are the wounds of a friend. Deceitful are the kisses of an enemy. These things I believe firmly. I'll catch you guys on the next one. God bless you. And call out to Jesus if you're ever in need. Give it a try. He can fix a lot of things, but you got to invite him. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. Seek, and ye shall find. Ask, and ye shall receive. Call you blessed.